That ain't my baby. You thought I was slipping, but this pimping, that ain't my baby. When we slid in them covers, I threw on that rubber. That ain't my baby. No, pull out game way too strong. What do you take me for? You think I'm crazy, but that ain't my 2 shots for Julia, I had to know ya. I'm glad I didn't waste no time. I had to figure out what you like. Be much like you taking me home tonight. And you showing out in that under outfit. Looking all bad, looking real thick. Got you twirling those curls, really want it. Come and let me give it to you. Take you good on the phone tonight. But I'm too focused. I'm the side nigga and I know it. Now you texting me, you're pretty gonna be joking. So if it's my baby, I'll take care of that. Women run the game and I'm aware of that. I know I put too good on that night. But you ain't finna fuck up my life. That ain't my baby. You thought I was slipping, but this pimping, that ain't my baby. When we slid in them covers, I threw on that rubber. That ain't my baby. Nah, pull out game way too strong. What do you take me for? You think I'm crazy, but that ain't my baby. It was just some late night sex. Tryna be a lifetime stress. I was strapped with the latex. I think I need a DNA test. You were just a late night sex. Tryna be a lifetime stress. Strapped up with the latex. I just got my DNA test, girl. That ain't my baby. You thought I was slipping, but this pimping, that ain't my baby. When we slid in them covers, I threw on that rubber. That ain't my baby. No, pull out game way too strong. What do you take me for? You think I'm crazy, but that ain't my baby, yeah.
Hey everybody, it's KB from Easy on the Eyes podcast. And look, I'm here to let you know that Onyx Entertainment presents A Taste of Fall, the adult prom, October 15th at the downtown Sheridan in Oklahoma City. So fellas, look, grab your queen, or shoot, find one there for that night if you want. And look, put on your best, get tightened up, get sharp, and all that good stuff. And come on out and step with us. We're going to turn up. I promise you we're going to have a phenomenal time. We got special guest Vocal Gold. He going to be in the building, and he'll serenade us, setting the mood. And then we'll be blessed by the brother Cooley High himself. This is an event I'm telling y'all they're going to be talking about next year. He going to get on stage, he going to do his thing. Y'all already know what he do. We on our Oklahoma y'all. You already know what time it is. You know what I mean? So look, don't miss it. Get your early tickets now at one of these spots. Keisha's Castle, Dante at the Hemp Hotel, Nikki at the Price Center, or Disha at Onyx Entertainment. And of course, you can reach me here at KB at any one of these handles. You know what I mean? So look, grab your early bird tickets and secure your spot. And I'll meet you on the red carpet October 15th at the Sheridan.
The legend, all rolled up in one. I'm gonna style and profile for you for about 30 seconds. How do you keep your mouth shut? I'm not taking off my clothes today. I'm styling and profiling. You gotta know how to style, woo, and profile. Woo. Some of us style and profile in $1,000 suits, $1,000 shoes, big Rolex watches, and some of us have bigger cars than others. Hey, the best in this business. Hey, whether you like us or don't like us, woo, learn to love us because we're the best thing going today. Woo! Do I make myself clear? I'm not done, don't roll me up. Woo, 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 woo. Right lights, big stage, pretty ladies. Oh, don't you ever wrap me up when I'm talking. Because the bottom line is, we just didn't get any better.
look at me shine. I'm on the grind, handling minds, I get it for real. Taking my time, make up my mind, then I go get it. How does it feel? Came from the bottom, straight out the mud. Nigga, I came up from nothing. Niggas was hating, niggas was doubting. Now I'm just pushing their buttons. Look at me shine, I'm on the grind, handling minds, I get it for real. Taking my time, make up my mind, then I go get it. How does it feel? Came from the bottom, straight out the mud. Nigga, I came up from nothing. Niggas was hating, niggas was doubting. Now I'm just pushing their buttons. Been a hater since like forever, my nigga. What's all of the fuss for? You see me shining, I know that you watching. You stay on my page, so you must know. Someone told me my Durango was ugly, like why I got dents in the front though. But then a week later I saw the same nigga, but they was still waiting on the bus though. How ironic, I'm shining on them. Never stop, I keep grinding on them. My girl ex probably hate my guts, now her ring got blue and white diamonds on them. Hell yeah, niggas plotting on me, but my son spoiled rotten, homie. And that mean you come at me, you gon' need a freezer, not a doctor, homie. But back to the car, fuck it run. I just don't look at the mileage. I don't be talking, niggas be negative, I just be moving in silence. It's my time to shine, so I wanna talk about something that's other than violence. Like how about the fact I'm young and I'm black and I'm about to graduate college? Hell no, they don't like that. A young nigga on the right track, they just wanna see the gun on me. You could call that a ice pack. If you don't like it, just keep it moving. Now we could call that a life hack. I knew I was a diamond in the rough. Now you could catch me with a lights at. Nigga, look at me shine. I'm on the grind, handling minds, I get it for real. Taking my time, make up my mind, then I go get it. How does it feel? Came from the bottom, straight out the mud. Nigga, I came up from nothing. Niggas was hating, niggas was doubting. Now I'm just pushing their buttons. Look at me shine, I'm on the grind, handling minds, I get it for real. Taking my time, make up my mind, then I go get it. How does it feel? Came from the bottom, straight out the mud. Nigga, I came up from nothing. Niggas was hating, niggas was doubting. Now I'm just pushing their buttons. I never run, I got a son, and I got one more on the way. I gotta make it, cause these little niggas gon' need me to show them the way. So every beat and at every show, I'm tryna blow them away. My pops wasn't shit, cause he chose to leave, but I'm never going away. Hey, we a family, that's team shit. I set it up so they don't need shit. I might never make the Forbes list, but I'm about to make the Dean's list. Drugs ruined everything around me, it's probably why I never dreamed shit. I guess a nigga grew up so. I think my mama was a seamstress. And back in the day, teachers would clown me, they used to tell me I'm hood. Now when somebody got something to tell me, I'm just gonna tell them I'm good. Cause niggas been hating, they see the movement, I always knew they was watching. I could go on a run or throw it away, but I always knew I had options. Stay independent, be a producer, or should I go for a deal? Whatever passage leads me to money, cause I'm kinda short of a meal. Wake up in the morning, look in the mirror like damn, do you know how this feels? I started with nothing, but look at me now, so tell them the glow up is real. Like look at me shine, I'm on the grind, handling minds, I get it for real. Taking my time, make up my mind, then I go get it. How does it feel? Came from the bottom, straight out the mud. Nigga, I came up from nothing. Niggas was hating, niggas was doubting. Now I'm just pushing their buttons. Look at me shine, I'm on the grind, handling minds, I get it for real. Taking my time, make up my mind, then I go get it. How does it feel? Came from the bottom, straight out the mud. Nigga, I came up from nothing. Niggas was hating, niggas was doubting. Now I'm just pushing their buttons.
Welcome everybody to Easy on the Eyes podcast. It's your man KB on the mic right now saying howdy in my new Midwestern voice. Got a full house in the back. If y'all can hear me real good and I'm crystal clear over this beat, give me a thumbs up. I see you back there, Chad. I see you back there, Jay. I see you, Rob, back there cooking. I guess Rob's gonna be the chef today. What you got cooking for us today, Rob? I see you back there. Taz TV is in the house. He's definitely in the building. He gonna join us today with our man Jay Will. Got tongue tied a little bit right there. We'll bring him up in a few. We got the lovely Taylor Mckoy, celebrity hairstylist. She's in the building. We will have her. We're gonna talk to her a little boy in a little bit. Waiting for Donna to chime in. Meanwhile, we pre-gaming, y'all. We pre-gaming. Hope everybody had a good week. Give everybody a second to come on in here and pour up your favorite beverage. Roll up whatever it is you do. I guess, as they said, the Korean spark a fug or roll a big, one of them. But we in here. Welcome to Easy on the Eyes podcast. We got an awesome show for you, like I said earlier. Let me see. I want to give a shout out to our musical sponsors, A-Train to God, CJ Ice with our intro song. The song that was playing during the warm-up was 25 and Up. That ain't my baby. Also, shout out to Nature Boy, the Prince, and Major Way Music for all their musical contributions. All right. And I want to give a shout out to Brown Sugar Bakes and her custom gourmet cakes. Look on up, y'all. Find her on Instagram. Order cake for her. We'll deliver it. She'll deliver it to you. And of course, if you're in need of a good suit, casual wear, come on over to Tailoring for the Alpha Male and Queen, and let me tighten you up. You see the logo in the background? That's the Alpha Male logo. We in here now, purple and black, getting ready for the season. For the season. All right. So let me see. Let me bring my man up here. Am I doing it right? Is it time for it to kick off, J-Dub?
Let's do it, man. I'm always ready. You know it. Since you got your purple and black on.
I'm pre-gaming right now. I'm in the mood. I should have put on orange and black. You know why I should have had on orange and black? Because we had this conversation about 3 weeks ago. Where we sitting at right now? Where them O's sitting at right now? How they looking right now?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, I told you last time that they was driving and going on the street. So they sit in a good position. Yankees have lost 4 straight.
Right. So the Yankees down 4 straight. And we got a special best guest in the building while you do your thing.
Okay.
My man, Don Taz from Taz TV. Big Taz, are you there? Unmute your mic. Let me see. Come on up on the screen.
What it do? Good people.
What's up, Taz? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show.
Man, I appreciate the invite. And thank you.
Yeah, man, we glad to have you. So, James, hit us off with that little quick sports. What we got going on in the sports world, real quick.
The big story, of course, is Deshaun Watson. You know, Sue Robinson gave him a penalty of 6 games suspension. But you know, Roger Goodell had all the talking heads talking about it's too short, it should be longer, and of course, 3 days.
Now, don't hold up. I don't hear echo now. So, say it. Start from the beginning there.
Okay, so the big story of the week is, of course, Deshaun Watson being suspended. Sue Robinson, the judge who Roger Goodell asked to decide over the case, she came back with a decision of a 6-game suspension. So that was that. Right. But you know, all the talking heads, Sports Center, all these groups talking about it's too short, it's this, it's that, it's this, is that. So of course, he actually went against Sue Robinson and said he's going to appoint somebody else because he wants another judge to oversight it. But as we know, if you pick a judge and she went through all that time from July all the way to August to come to a decision, why would you go against it? But we also know that once they went against it, the NFLPA also went against it. So what he doesn't realize is if the NFLPA goes against it and they sue, Deshaun Watson will be playing week 1. So they should have left it at 6 games. If he plays week 1, imagine all the kickback and all the stuff that's going to come from him playing week 1. And from a Browns organization, not only on the Browns organization side, now you got Kareem Hunt talking about he wants to be traded if he doesn't get a contract. So all this confusion with the Browns organization. And right before 2 or 3 weeks before the season starts, you know, you got preseason coming up. You had the Hall of Fame game this last Thursday with Jacksonville against the Raiders. Of course, nobody from the Raiders played, and the big talk was the rookie that they picked number 1 who got 1 sack, and that was the big story on ESPN. But we know ESPN doesn't tell the whole story. They just tell part of the story. The real story was that the Raiders came out and destroyed Jacksonville with Josh McDaniels as a new coach. He has a new scheme, bringing that same scheme from over the Patriots. You had a lot of screen passes, and you had the blueprint of what he has to put in place for that offense. With Derek Carr, you get Derek Carr out there with all those weapons, Renfro, You got Devontae Adams being traded from Green Bay. You also got Darren Waller, and you got Josh Jacobs in the backfield. And then they drafted Zaire White and all these other backs coming out the backfield. So you know the main point is to keep that pocket clean so Derek Carr can deliver those shots out to Waller, Renfro, and Devontae Adams. The big question
I think he can. Go ahead.
Yeah. But the big question is going to be on the defensive side of the ball because they don't care how much you score within that which is going to be one of the toughest divisions in football. When you got Kansas City, you got the Chargers, you got the Raiders, and when you look at that division, and you got Denver with Russell Wilson being a new quarterback in Denver. So with that division being the way it is, you're going to have to stop some people. And I don't know about that.
Hold up, J-Dub. Hold up, man. Hold up. You really not giving the Raiders no chance in that division. Listen, I got them at third. I got Kansas City. I got San Diego. And to be honest, I like San Diego. I'm a Justin Herbert fan. I am. But I can't go against Pat right now. The Raiders, I got them number 3.
I wasn't giving them any shot at all. I was just talking about the story, my bro. Talking about the story.
Go ahead.
And realistically, with Russell Wilson being traded to Denver, and that's all they needed was a quarterback to run that ship. They haven't had a quarterback since Peyton Manning. With those weapons, Jerry Jeudy, Courtland Sutton, Hamlin in the slot, with that two-hitting backfield with Javonte Williams and Gordon, and Albert Big O at the tight end. That's the best weapons that Russell Wilson has ever had. And they had one of the best defenses in the league last year. So, with that being said, that order that you said with Kansas City at the top, I'm not sure. With them losing Tyreek Hill, I think Patrick Mahomes is going to have to be a true quarterback this year. And I think he can do it. But I think what people are sleeping on is the impact Russell Wilson is going to have in that Denver organization. Because if you think about it, last year, they were one of the best defenses. And they had Teddy Bridgewater who couldn't take them over the top. Now you bring Russell Wilson, and he's invigorated that team. You heard what he said. Broncos Nation, let's ride. So that's what he's going to do, And when you look at the Chargers, Justin Herbert, he's amazing. But that coach is the question. And I really think what's going to happen is after this year, where they're going to make the playoffs, but they're going to not get to the point where they want to get at, I think Sean Payton will be the coach next year.
I think Sean Payton's going to Dallas. However, I forgot. I agree with you 110% with the Russell. I did. You know what? But I can't go against Pat though. Right now, that man put him at least 4 Super Bowls. But he don't have it. No, 3 Super Bowls. I'm gonna say 3. He's gonna have 3 Super Bowls, but he don't have it. Hey, you gotta win them, right? However, I ain't picking nobody. I feel as though Justin Herbert has arrived. I feel as though I like Russell. I do. I do. I think it's the toughest conference in I think that's like the number 2 conference. I feel like that's the number 2 toughest conference.
I think it's the toughest.
But we can debate that. We definitely can debate that. You know what I'm saying? Like we definitely debate that. It's just I think Justin is here now. He's here.
But the coach though. So the question is the coach though. The coach is not here. And see, that's the problem. You say Sean Payton going to Dallas. There's no way he's going to Dallas because Jerry Jones will not let him take control. Jerry Jones needs a puppet at coach. As soon as he has a real coach, Jimmy Johnson, as soon as he had a real coach that could run the ship, he got rid of him. He don't want a coach to come in and take control. I see Sean Payton. Sean Payton said, "You disagree?"
The only reason why I say I disagree, y'all hear how he talk now. Y'all been hearing how Jerry been talking this off season. It's not the same Jerry. You know what I'm saying? It's not the bigger than life Dallas Cowboys. He know it's time. Listen, people. He know he getting old in age. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though he already talked to Sean Payton for real. Like, I would love for Sean Payton to go to Dallas. And I'm an Eagles fan. Y'all know that. I mean, I'm an Eagles guy. But
so am I.
I think that would be good for football.
I'm an Eagles guy
you
as well.
You said why?
I said I'm an Eagles guy. I'm an Eagles guy as well. So what I'm saying to you is that it's no way Sean Payton is going there, because what they said was Brady was going to go to the Dolphins and Sean Payton was going to come be the coach, and that blew up because of all the controversy. So now he said he wanted to be in a warm weather state with a great quarterback. Dak's not a great quarterback. Dak is a average quarterback. So Justin Herbert is going to the next level. And with that team over there, if Sean Payton was the coach, they would definitely be the favorite in the division, without a doubt. Because
so look, real quick, fellas, quick, because we're gonna be debating about this.
I thought you was an Eagles fan. You see what we did? You see what we did this whole season?
I'm an Eagles fan. I ain't want to talk about the Eagles though right now, but we'll get to that.
I know we want to be biased. I get that.
Right. So
we had that with our show. But we talking about the NFC East. We still got to talk facts. What we did right now, and we nice and young on the field. I don't care who they got there, who they coach. I feel as though if we ain't there, and I ain't trying to just be on no bias shit, but it feel like the same year that we won the Super Bowl. We had all the talent, but we wasn't this young. Our wide receiver core wasn't like that. Let me shut up about Eagles because I can keep going.
No. I'm gonna speak on it. I'm gonna speak on it real quick, KB.
Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
You can. All right. So look. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna I'm gonna pause this conversation real quick because we can be into this and we're gonna be it right. And I'm gonna move on, but I'm gonna bring y'all back.
Okay.
Bring y'all back after we get Taylor. But as we talking about the different divisions in football, I want to bring the everybody else up real quick. My brother Chad and Rob. I see Rob back there. Which one of them cameras you want me to hit you on, Rob? You want me to hit you on that one? Rob back there with the multi-stream. What's up, Rob? What's up, Chad? How y'all doing today?
Man, I can't call it. What's happening, Chad? What's going on with you, player?
Ain't too much, man.
How y'all brothers doing, man?
So look, we talking. They was talking football real quick and talking division, and talking different divisions. And our special guest today, actually, she's a celebrity stylist, and I'll let her tell you about what she do and who has she do out there. So I feel as though it's kind of appropriate to bring her up while they was in the midst of talking football. So, but before we get into that. Chad, how was your week? Hey, matter of fact, Taz and Jay, I'm gonna bring y'all back up after Taylor. So we're gonna take a little commercial break, get y'all thoughts together real quick as we come forward. Taz, your mic is muted too. So what's up, Chad? How you doing today, man? How was your week, man? I know you're getting over everything that you was getting over and everything. We missed you up here, bro. How was your week? What's good with you?
It's been an adjustment. I got kids that are starting back. Well, I have to start right back in the schedule for the nonprofit. We just switched over from auto going back into health insurance again, so that's a whole thing. And then as well as me getting over COVID, so I'm doing pretty good after that.
Right. So did you step out yesterday though?
Yeah, I did. We went to a couple of places that we went out to that art festival, but there wasn't really any art that was being shown.
What was they showing?
Well, it was a food vendor and someone who was selling some graphic tee, and that was about it. And a snow cone vendor, and so
basically a bunch of vendors. That's what you're saying, a bunch of vendors. No art displayed out there. So we gotta do a little bit better out here in the Midwest, huh? You gotta do a little bit better. Why you ain't putting none of your pieces up there?
On the contrary, there has been a lot of art exhibits because we went to the Paseo district as well, and there was like a lot of art districts or a lot of art shows that were happening. So that
Right.
But not at the other art festival. No, it wasn't really. It was not really art.
Got you. What's up, Rob? What's up? How was your week this week?
I can't call it. Just got released from my went back to work. That was kind of cool. Yeah, went through all my physical therapy, did all my appointments. Back at it. Back on the grind.
Okay. We ain't seen you in a minute.
I know, man. I was in the ATL 1 week. And Moley came down the other week. It was kind of tied up. It was kind of tied up.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. We know what tied up is. He ain't here to mess with you right now, so we know what tied up is.
No, man, I'm just joking. Don't say me no mind. Oh no, I do. I was just hanging with the missus and trying to catch her before she went to Dubai. My old lady went to Dubai. She been gone for a minute. So she out there enjoying herself.
Okay, so y'all basically rekindled. Y'all ain't seen each other in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute, Jack.
Right.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So I was trying to get her before she went to Dubai. Get to see her, spend a little time with her and everything.
Okay.
So how's y'all been doing? How's everybody been doing? I'm glad you beat that COVID, man. How bad was it for you?
It wasn't. I mean, I had I caught it in the early stages. So when I first started showing symptoms, they gave me this medication called Paxlovid. So it like shortened it to like 5 days. So I had like one really bad day where I was like, I couldn't keep anything down. Like trying to like a fever. Like when the pill hit my stomach, it wasn't happening. Or like just a sip of water, anything. So that was about for like a day, probably like a day and a half. And then after that, I was just really weak because I wasn't eating.
Yeah. They said when they said I caught it, I was like, the only thing I was having the problem, man, is it was a dumb cough. This cough would start right before I got sleepy. And I would just cough all night long. That was it. That stupid cough got on my nerves for about a whole month, just 6 weeks.
See, no, that's what they were trying to tell me. You could have it. I was like, I have to give me something that's going on. Because I can't do no this one. It was like,
that cough had me, man.
Do you see how
I sleep sitting up? If I slept sitting up, I was good.
Oh no,
Then when I realized too, my mother called me on the phone, man. She like, you ain't got the fans and stuff on, did you? I was like, yeah. She said that creates bacteria. She said you need a humidifier. So I ran down to this spot, got a humidifier. The moment I got the humidifier, I started feeling better.
That's good.
Well, I'm glad both of you brothers is healthy today.
For sure.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you're healthy. So today our special guest is she's a hair stylist. And what caught my eye was I saw her little designs, and I was reminiscing of when I had hair. I used to get the crazy braids and all that stuff like that. And I reached out to her, and I was like, all right, little young lady, she doing her thing. She trying to come up in the game. You know what I mean? So I was like, look, this is what we do up here. We interview designers, we interview stylists and models and all that stuff every Sunday. And come on up here. We had a free week this week. Like, but come on up here. The next opening not until October right now. So we booked up until October. So if you do something, if you're a designer, a stylist, or a model, reach out to me. Yeah, man, I'm gonna flash this up here real quick. Reach out to me, and we'll love to. I love to interview you and bring you up on the panel so you can promote your brand and everything. Who is this calling? Everybody's calling me right now. I'm on the head. All right, you can reach me. You can find you hit me at any one of those handles. And that was the social media handles and all that good stuff like that. And we'll get you up here. The team will get with you and we'll get you up here, schedule a good date. But without further ado, I'm going to bring up Miss Taylor Mckoy. Hey, Taylor.
everyone. How are you
Hey,
How you
guys?
doing?
What's happening?
Welcome to the
good. How you
show.
Not
doing?
Welcome
much.
to the show.
Thanks for having me on.
No pressure, no problem, no problem. Thank you for being here. Thank you for
Of course.
being here. With short notice, I could put it out there to the world with short notice. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
and
all
I
good.
seen it on, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that. And I was like,
Yeah.
what up? What you got to do this weekend? It seemed like it's a
Literally.
bug going around. My guest that we had scheduled, they hit us
Yeah.
on. He hit me on Tuesday night. Like, I can't do it. I'm not camera ready right now, and I gotta do X, Y, Z. And it was like, boop, you pop right up
Yeah.
on the timeline. Like, wait a
Yeah.
minute, she got a story.
Perfect.
Like,
Perfect.
wait a minute. I'm just happy that you was able to get in, and that you
Yeah,
had
of
the
course.
time and that you was available. When you said Sunday's my off day, I don't do nothing. I said, okay, she picked Josh,
Yeah.
you don't move. I guess on Sundays you watching football too, huh?
I mean, I'm trying to watch football. I'm more of a basketball person, but
Okay.
yeah, I'll watch some Sunday night football
So
for
let me
sure.
see. So you say you're more a basketball person, like you hoop or something, like you be on the
Oh
court. You used to
yeah,
hoop.
of
Okay.
course. I've been hooping since I was 7.
Okay.
So yeah,
What
I'm
position you
25
play?
now. So I've been a center my whole life. I'm not that tall, so I probably say I'm like an undersized big. So,
Right.
but yeah, I probably like a 4
Okay.
or 5. Yeah, either
Now,
one.
what you say? You retired?
Oh no, I'm still going.
You still
I'm
going?
still going. Oh yeah, I'm entering my prime.
So WNBA. So when we talk smack about the WNBA not getting paid, you ready to go get that check? That's what you're saying?
I don't know. I mean, I would, but I don't think I'd make it that far.
You don't think you'll make it that far? You don't have no confidence?
Nah,
Like, let me find out.
I do, but it's not my thing,
Right. So what's your thing?
So hair,
Hey.
I would love that with a passion. So that's my thing.
Right. So
Yeah.
how did you get into doing hair? What made you start loving hair?
I was probably around 16, and I had a girlfriend at the time. She would always do my hair, and it just really like inspired me to be like, like this is really interesting, like the colors and everything, the different like type of designs you could do with it. It was just like art. So then once I graduated, I worked for a little bit. Then I went to beauty school, and I was just like, man, I could really make something out of this. And then gotten in the salon about 2 years later. So here I am 3 years after that, and
Right.
some
So
celebrities.
and what's your specialty? Like, what do you do? You do all types of hair? Do you do everything, or like what do you do?
Yes, so I could do any texture. My specialty is definitely braiding, but I can do colors, cuts, locks. I'm starting to learn how to cut hair, like be a barber and stuff, because that's something I want to learn. I want to be versatile at everything that I do. Box braids, just really anything. Like I'm very versatile. Like I tried to learn everything when I was younger, so it would be easy when I was older.
So you do women hair, you style women hair and stuff as well?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Women, men, kids, all of that.
All right. And where you located at? Like where
I'm located. Go ahead.
Say that again?
I said I'm located in Westminster, Maryland.
Okay,
So
Westminster.
it's a little almost Pennsylvania, but probably about 30 minutes shy of Pennsylvania.
You up 795?
Yeah, around there. Yeah, 795.
Okay, all right. That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And so you said you what 5 years basically in your craft,
Mhm.
basically, and you said what type of you said you work in a salon. You currently work in a salon, or is it your own salon?
I don't have my own salon yet. That is definitely the goal, but I'm in a salon currently. I'm just one of the workers there, but we're all our own separate businesses within the salon. So we're all working for ourselves. We just work all in one spot.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So then, sort of like I think the last time I seen something, they pretty much. Did you say salon booths or whatever? Where they rent the booths out, like rent the little rooms out?
Yeah. Like we rent a chair. We're all. It's how she does it is a little different, but we're all one, but like we all booth rent a chair. So we don't get a section, but we're all one salon. We just rent the chair. If that makes sense.
Right. So tell me, so what makes you interested? Like, how did you land your gig? I want you to talk about yourself and tell us about it, and tell us about what you experienced during during your journey, during your early, and you still early in this. So I mean, what I would say, you struck gold almost at an early
Yeah,
time. It ain't like you've been
yeah,
around and been doing it for 20 years, and then they're like, okay, here, right here.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
so
I
tell
tell
me.
people that. I tell people that all the time. I'm like, man, like I'm really, if you really think about it, like I've only been in a salon and had exposure for really coming up on 3 years, and for me to have done like celebrities and stuff within 2 years of me doing that is like it's just a blessing because most people don't get to do that, and they've been in the industry for so long. So really, just my coworkers also help, connections, of course, but
Mhm.
it's just really like putting yourself out there. You got to pay for advertisements. You got to do all of that. Like you just got to really, really, really want to be something because it's a really good industry if you really get into it. Like it's just a lot. Like it's a really good industry, and you can have the freedom. You can do whatever you want while still getting to do what you love. So
Right,
yeah.
right, right. So so you said you got to do celebrities hair. So I guess what, you was in a salon one day and some guys walked in through the door, some females walked in through the door.
So it actually, like I said, my coworkers, he does the he cuts the Ravens, like the majority of their
Okay,
roster. So he's their barber.
okay.
They asked them, or they asked him if he knew any like braiders or anything, because some of them are new to the area, they're from states, other states and stuff. And of course, he mentioned me because we're coworkers and we're cool. And then once I got one person, it was like they told the whole entire team, whoever I did hair. Like I started off with Ardarius Washington, and then
Right.
Hollywood Brown, and then obviously Ardarius told Lamar recently, and he
Hmm.
he just randomly messaged me, and I was just like, yeah, of course I can come do your hair.
And look, and I see you got a, what's that? Is that a Prince? You got on a Purple Rain shirt
Oh yeah,
sitting
of
over there?
course. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you all the way be, but look, I'm out here in the Midwest, but I'm be more to the core. You see, I even got on my purple and black today. You know
Right.
what I mean? So it's like I'm out here, I'm repping to the heart. Yeah, I mean,
Oh
and
yeah.
that's like awesome, right? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? 'Cause, I
definitely.
mean, that's why, just to be, I know it's a lot of people at home that would want to be in your position. You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
like a blessing. That's like a blessing. And then you said you got the whole team.
Yeah, I'm trying. But I've had three from the team so far, so
Okay.
you know I'm gonna get
Now
there. That's my goal.
let me see. Is that barbershop right? I don't know if it
Mm.
moved, but I know back in the day they used to go to a barbershop off of Town Road. It was all the way on Town Road. It was kind of like
Mm.
upstairs. Barbershop was upstairs, but I know it wasn't big enough for women. It
Yeah.
wasn't stylists and stuff in it. You know, it
Mm.
wasn't stylists and stuff
Yeah.
in it. Wasn't too far from the big cheese steak. You know what I mean?
Huh.
You know what the big cheese
um,
steak is out there?
no, I don't. Where is
You
it?
gotta look that up. Let me find out you out there.
Okay,
But you said you all the way up Westminster though. So you all
I
the way
am,
up
but
there.
I know the Ricerstown area a little bit. Like for the most part, I know it. I might not know everything, but I know some of it.
All right, all right. So Rob, I saw you was nodding and trying to chime in. What you got? I know you got some questions.
For sure, man. Shoot, I was a barber for 10 years at Home Blues Barbershop. And
Mhm.
so I'm going to ask you some questions. What was the worst customer experience?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't really had one.
Oh,
I don't really get
that's
clients that complain often. Like that's not just to sound cocky. That's
okay.
honest. Like I don't really get people that complain often. I try to make sure my customer gets whatever they want before they leave. I will tell them, hey, if you don't like something, tell me because I will fix it before you leave this chair because I want you to get what you pay for, and I want you to come back, and I want you to like what you like. I want you to get what you want. So I don't really get anybody that says, hey, I don't really like this, or
So you ain't
complain
had like
really.
an experience like maybe you went through their hair and they looked like they had oatmeal on their scalp or nothing like that?
Oh no. I mean, yeah. I mean, sometimes, but like not really. Like it's nothing crazy. It's not as bad as
Look,
you think.
Man, I had a dude, man. Man, I'm combing that floor. It was so bad, I had to throw it. Every time I was using a comb, I just stuck them in the trash.
No.
Yeah, bad case of danger. It looked like oatmeal in your head. All right. What do you do? All right, with me, when I did customer service, if I was late or I did anything I felt like it wasn't living up to the expectation as a barber at that time, sometimes with me, sometimes I would give away stuff or, take a discount off or, hey man, don't worry about it, it's on me. And I think that's why I kept a lot, people started, I found word of mouth was really good. So I would guess that people was by word of mouth. It wasn't by passing out the cards and all the advertisement that you use, pretty much by word of mouth.
Yeah, that too. I also did do a lot of advertising. I literally printed out flyers and I snuck into colleges and with my best friend pretending we were students there, put up some flyers just to get my name out there, not any harm, but I wanted to get it out there and it worked. I put it in some gyms just locally. And then I did have business cards that I did hand out. But I do pay for a lot of advertisements too, along with just telling everybody I know or see with or without braids. Hey, where do you get your hair done, or do you get your hair done?
Man,
you got to get your hair done.
You got it easy, man. I never forget, man, when I first started cutting hair, I went to a club, and anybody from Baltimore City know on Greenmount Avenue called the Volcanoes.
Okay,
so,
I know
man,
what that is.
The Volcanoes, man, I'm passing out my cards for barbers, and dudes giving me the head nod. All right, bro, I got you on. I'm gonna hit you up. Man, when the lights came on, my card was in the floor. They was in the floor. I was like, oh, really? That's how y'all feel about me, bro? I mean, the whole floor was filled with my business cards. Listen, so you doing good, man. That might be your calling, man. God got you. Thanks so much for your
for sure.
Yeah, and it's crazy because you was talking about your work's experience, and I cut hair for a short stint too. Well, not short stint. I still cut a little bit, but my worst experience was when a dude had the razor bumps.
Oh wow! Yeah, that's all.
Some things they was like opening right in front of me, like oh my god, like man, that's nasty, man. You know what I mean? Chaz, I see you back there tripping. That was my worst experience. I was like, never.
Man, let me say this with you though. If we understood what that could have been, because that's a distraction now. Like girls making money pulling out ingrowns.
Right.
Make a ton of money doing that now. It was a couple of times, man. I was like dudes would give me certain parts of their neck, and I would pull the ingrowns out. They pay me for that. These girls making money pulling out ingrown bumps.
Right.
Making a ton of money, bro. So if I'd have known looking at that could have been another avenue I could have eased on into and add that to the career of cutting hair and just add to it. But
so do you? So all you do is head deep.
Y'all got platforms. Y'all got, we had. I think what was our platform, man? I think
word
it was
of mouth. It was word of mouth. It was word of mouth and flyers. And basically, Taylor, I was about to say that's the best. That's the best. Your best marketing anyway is word of mouth. You see, they said next thing you know, you doing so and so in your inbox, right?
Yeah, I mean,
and, I wouldn't even 20 years, man. People still calling me today, asking me, do I still cut hair? I mean,
right.
See, that's good. And I just handed my business card to this girl at this restaurant I was at the other day, and she was just like, yeah, I'll definitely take it. People don't even hand out cards anymore. Like, this is great. And I'm just like, see, it's rare.
Right.
Like, people don't do that anymore. While social media is great, it's also
do you do like facials and things like that as well?
I don't do facials. No, I do not. The salon I work in does, but I do not personally do facials. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Brother Chad, what's poppin'? I know you sitting back there nice and calm. He got dreads. Did you cut your hair?
No, I had crochet and I just took it down.
All right. So what's poppin'? I know you got questions.
So I was looking on your page and I see dealing with like braided hair. Because one of my biggest problems is the coil. It coils back so much. Like,
Okay.
like, how do you deal with the, like, getting it, like, because I know you got like clients that you see multiple, whenever it's time to get their hair back redone. So like, how do you deal with the, like, keeping their hair from coiling? Like, what do you do?
What do you mean, like coiling? Like,
Because mine's be coiling up like so much, and it's long. It goes down here, but you can't tell anymore. You can't tell because it's just like this coil. I don't know. This is
oh,
why
you mean like shrinkage?
the
Okay,
snapback. Yeah,
shrinkage.
the shrinkage.
So shrinkage, if you get a style, you can easily blow dry your hair out. You could blow dry it straight, just get a little comb piece, just blow dry it out. You'll see the length, within a couple minutes. But if you do get it wet, or if you sweat, or if you put certain products in it, it will just coil up just because of your hair texture is 4C. So, it's just naturally like that. It will always revert back to its natural state if it has like a wet product on it or just water.
Okay. So my other one is, well, I do want to say congratulations because I do see that your first student graduated. So congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. When did you start that? Like, when did you start instructing and teaching?
It was something that I wanted to start this year. So I started it in May. I had my first student, and then she graduated a month after that. So the course is for 5 weeks. I just started my second course. So I just started it on Saturday, but I thought it would be something really cool to teach people like how I braid, because everybody's different, so they want to learn from certain people. Like, everybody has that person that they want to be like, oh, I like how they braid as opposed to this person. Maybe it's not wrong how the other person does it, but it's just different because everybody's different. It's all good work, but so I just wanted to teach people how I do things, and it's just, I love doing it. Like, I want there to be more braiders out there. Maybe they can come work in my shop or help me, or just things like that. Like, if I'm not available, hey, they'll be available. Just things like that. So yeah,
I love that. Okay, so when you think about what you want to leave behind, because you've accomplished a lot, and it seems like you've been already set on this path for a very long time since you were a child. So with that being said, where do you see yourself, like, from now, like, in the future, and like, what legacy do you want to leave behind?
I definitely want to make an impact for everybody, to be like, hey, you don't just have to do braids. You can do braids, you could be a barber, you could do locks, you could do everything in the hair industry, and you can do it to the fullest. You can be great at all of those categories. The goal is to definitely have my own hair salon. Not as sure the exact location, but I do love Florida. So that's probably where I would love to go, but we'll see where the future takes me. I'm only 25, so I have plenty of time, but I'm also not getting younger. So by the time I'm 30, I need to have everything that I need done, is my goal. So that way I'm just cruising.
Okay, I love that. Oh, yeah. I love that so much. And I love it when, not only that you're talented, but there was something that was put into you to be able to share, not only share with the world, but teach others how to do it. Because like a lot of these is like this design right here is my hair's hair. Just looking at it.
Yeah,
like,
it was very deep.
Patience.
But she loved it and I loved it.
And it's like patience. Like, and like, I know you can't teach patience, but how do you teach? Because I know you can see it before it's done. And I know you can't teach that, but how do you instruct somebody through like messing, like, while are they always working on like dummies, or are they also working on like arms as well?
So you mean my students?
Yes.
So like my students, the first girl I did have, we started off with mannequins, and I told her, hey, this is going to be a lot harder on a mannequin just because the hair is technically sewn onto the scalp because it's not real. Mm-hmm. But she did get to do a actual client that was just a walk-in in the salon, and the lady actually wanted braids. So I think she had 1 week left of my class, so we were already 4 weeks in. And I told the lady, I said, hey, I have my student here. She's actually just about to leave because the class is ending. would you like her to braid your 2 braids? She was like, yeah, sure. And, you know, she gave her $20. And I said, hey, this is just why you're in the class. Imagine when you get out of the class. So now she's been graduated for about a month and a half, and she already has like 20 clients. So 20 consistent clients. She sends me her work like at least weekly. I still talk to her. I give her pointers and everything. And she's actually probably going to be working in the salon. Not under me, but I'm going to help her. And that's what she wants to do. So I told her, I was like, hey, you can do an apprenticeship, get your license. Like, it's easy. It's just a matter of you wanting to do it. That's
So
all.
what is the youngest that you'll take like through your class?
What did you say?
The youngest that you'll take like that you'll teach?
The youngest I will teach is 16 with parents' consent. I try to not have, I don't want to like kids necessarily in my class. 16 is already a stretch. I was thinking about doing 18, but if the younger you start, the better you'll be. Most times, not always, but most times the younger you start, the better you'll be at something. So I want to give people a chance. And I was 16 when I first started, you know, having interest in it. So I think that's a good age for anybody to start. But I will let people come and shadow me. Like I just recently had I think she's either 11 or 12. I can't remember. But she just came last week and just shadowed me and helped me wash out my mannequins for my class and just watched me do a client. And it's like, that's just still exposure. Just her watching it at such a young age, she can just still be like, oh, you know, this is what I was doing then. And by the time she's 20, she's going to be amazing.
Yes.
You know?
I love that.
Just young exposure is always good at anything, not even just hair, sports, you know, anything.
So what's a full house with the class? Like when you imagine it, what's a full house?
So, I like doing one-on-one right now, just because I think that is a better learning experience for my student and for me, because this is my first year teaching classes. So I'm also still learning from them as well and still learning what I could possibly do better. But, you know, I think like probably in the future, I would like to have at least minimum 2 or 10 students that I could have in my class, as opposed to doing one-on-ones. The more comfortable I get and the more knowledge I also gain from teaching. But I also do think I will still offer one-on-one classes just because it is a nice experience to get some one-on-one time. Like it's a lot more helpful if you ask me.
Okay. How would somebody get in touch with you if they wanted to get signed up to like do a class through one-on-one?
So I have a flyer and it does have all of my information. So my social media, my phone number, and my business email. If they wanted to have or if they wanted to know any questions, they could just message me, email me, or call me, and then I would send them all the information. If they wanted to set up an appointment, I would just send them my booking link, and then we would go from there.
Okay.
You have the flyer on hand right now?
I don't have actually, yes.
You got it in your phone or something like that, right?
Yeah, I have it in my phone.
Send it to me. Send it to me in the inbox. I can pull it up and post it on the page.
Okay.
People can see.
That's fine. I can do that.
And while you looking for it, I know Jay wanted me to ask you earlier who was your favorite basketball team. I don't know if he here with us now. I see he got his camera on. He wanted to know who is it. Because you see, we got the sports talk going on as well.
Yeah, I was sitting here thinking, I was like, man, if they was talking basketball, I'd be all over that. Like, I'd be want to join in a little early. But it's gonna sound a little biased, but Celtics. The Celtics.
You said the Celtics?
Yes, but I've been a Celtics fan for about 6 years. So since Jason Tatum got drafted, really. But yeah, the Celtics.
You're a Jason Tatum fan.
I am a Celtics fan. I wouldn't say Jason Tatum is necessarily my favorite player. My favorite player is Giannis. Currently.
You said who?
Giannis.
Oh, Ja Morant.
Giannis. I do like Ja Morant.
Oh, Giannis. You said Giannis.
Giannis.
Okay.
Giannis, man.
Okay.
Like he's just really no flaws with him. Yeah.
The Greek freak. The Greek freak. I like that.
Okay. So they send me that flyer because we're gonna sit here, we're gonna chop it up, we're gonna talk. Jay, I asked her who was her favorite team. She said,
"Yeah, I heard Boston Celtics. I like that. That's kind of rich, though. You know that you like the Boston Celtics. It's not just because of Jason Tatum. So, who is your favorite? No. Who is your favorite Boston player?
My favorite Boston player. That's a tough one. I might have to say
Larry Bird.
I was thinking that, but that's so common. Like it,
Plus, you're young, so for you to be so young, I wouldn't have thought you would say the
Exactly.
Boston Celtics. That's kind of confusing to me. That's why I wanted to ask you that question.
Mine that I would say, this is gonna sound crazy, but I really like Marcus Smart.
Wow. Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair. That's fair.
It's the only team he's ever been on. The longest tenured player on the team. So it's like, he's just got Defensive Player of the Year as a point guard. So that's like crazy to me. Like, but he's been my favorite player since I started liking the team. So it's I just like his effort. He can be wild, but I do like his effort.
Yeah, but I think really he needed to be more offensive, and they would have actually been more competitive in that championship because he wasn't as offensive, and that's why they got Malcolm Brogdon. They traded for Malcolm Brogdon to help with that.
Yeah, that will help for sure because we needed another point guard for sure. We did.
And another scorer so to take the pressure off Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Exactly. And that brings me to your point that you just made. I think if, this is no excuses, but Tatum was battling with the shoulder injury and stuff. So it's like, and if he's getting 4 or 5 or 3 people even just guarding him and doubling him, it's really hard for him to try to score, but yet he could still get like 30 points off that. And that's something that people don't realize. It's like, people were saying, oh, Jaylen Brown is better than Tatum. I'm like, no, he just doesn't get as much attention as Tatum.
Well, what I think, like, I don't want to cut you off. I think Jaylen Brown has more heart than Tatum. Right? Tatum should have never broke LeBron James' record of most turnovers in the playoffs when he's not a primary ball handler. For him to only score in 13 points in the closeout game, that's showing me that he needs some more grooming. Jaylen Brown played with a lot of heart and a lot of energy. But I like Jason Tatum. I really do like Jason Tatum. But I think Jaylen Brown improved so much because he came in as a defensive presence, and then he worked on his offensive game. And I think with y'all making that trade, it puts Marcus Smart in a better position where he can come and be the defensive stopper, and it also takes pressure off Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as far as the scoring.
Mm-hmm. I understand your point. I understand that for sure.
But congratulations, young lady.
Thank you.
What part of Florida do you want to live in?
Fort Lauderdale. My boyfriend's actually, from there. He has family there, so we try to take a trip there at least once a year now. But it's a really nice area. I just really like it, It's just nice, the palm trees. The only thing I'm worried about is the hurricane.
but yeah, Fort Lauderdale is really cool. Plus, you get to get out of Westminster, the cold weather, the expenses and stuff like that. It's easier to live there. I moved myself from Maryland. I live in Georgia now, and it's just the better weather, the better economy. Houses are cheaper, so I'm glad I made that move. And if you're really looking at that, make that move as soon as possible. And slow down, young lady. You're young. You want to get everything by 30, but your steps are already ordered. So slow down. You already made a lot of progress. It's impressive, and understand that everything is not going to happen so quickly. And just slow down. And once you're ready to make that move, everything is moving in your favor because you're doing everything at such a young age. So the sky's the limit. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right. So how it is in the ATL. I'm on my way, bro. I'm on my way.
Yeah, come on down, my brother. What really happened is, right, the economy has changed so much. I bought my house in 2019, and since the pandemic, all the housing prices are increasing. But what I foresee in the future is a lot of foreclosures because a lot of people bought houses they can't afford. So just be patient, my brother, and you'll get a nice house at a foreclosure rate, and you'll be golden.
Yeah. My lady lives up there. Slipped out. My lady lives in the ATL, man. She, man, that's a clean city, Jack. Y'all clean. Y'all can eat off the highway, man.
What part of Georgia, man?
She's on the outskirts. She's like 15 minutes from Buckhead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm about 20 minutes from Buckhead. I live in Douglasville. About 5 or 10 minutes from Six Flags off of 20.
Okay.
20 West.
Up there, and it's a beautiful city, man. And the one thing I love, our people work together up there. They work together, man. I've never seen so much black ownership in my life. It's taking me all these different places, man. And there's a lot of black-owned restaurants, and clothing stores, you name it. And y'all see, I've never seen so many restaurants up there in my life. Like, if you talk about you hungry when you're in Atlanta, you a liar. There's some food up there, Jack. I'm trying to say.
Yeah. But the one thing is, Rob, though, is it's nothing. You can't get no crab cakes, no seafood like Baltimore. That's one thing. That's one thing. That's one thing that's different.
You know what you just said, right? You know what you just said? Then open up one there, bro.
You're right. You're actually 100% right, because when I went to one place and I asked for like a stuffed salmon or something like that, and they brought a plate out and they put stuff on top of it, I'm like, yo, you supposed to put that inside, not on top. It was horrible. So the one thing I do every time I come to Baltimore, I make sure I go to Mo's Seafood to get my stuffed shrimp, my stuff, everything that I used to get when I lived in Maryland, but that I can't get here. But you're right, Rob. That's a good idea, and maybe I will invest in that. And since you're the chef, when you come, maybe we can get together and we can figure it out.
Sure, I got you, man. I got you. Because I'm in the vegan, man. I'm in all that, man. Let me know. I'm with it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely in the vegan, man. So I'm definitely going to tap into you, KB. Make sure you give me Rob's number, because right now we're trying to figure out, because we don't eat beef, pork, chicken, or anything like that. We're trying to figure out, and we're running out of ideas. So I definitely need your information, Rob.
For sure. Most definitely, man.
That's what's up. So I do have the flyer from Taylor. So if people wanna if they wanna reach Taylor, they can. And here's the information right here. It looks like you got the prices and everything on there. Or no? Yeah, you just got where you want, what you can do. Yeah, you can see some prices and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
like
the
that.
only thing that would be different would be the dates, but outside of that, everything is the same.
All right, so hit it. What's your social media handle? What's your name on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter? Where you at?
It's actually the same as the top of the flyer, so it's Beautiful Hair.
Okay.
Yep, for Facebook and Instagram.
All right, and that's your logo right there, right?
Yep.
I like the logo.
Thank you. I had a friend make it. She's actually really good. She did it for free for me. So if y'all need logos,
just let me know. Stuff. Like she blessed on the way.
She can make
everything
it like 2 years ago. Yeah, and I was like,
you know what though?
I liked it.
I just want to know if guy got a bald spot and he only get braids on his side, did you charge full price?
Well, is that a full price? You want to know? Is that a full price to do?
No, it's not. It's not a full price.
So you get half off.
Yeah, you get half off.
Head. You get half
Rob,
off.
hey Rob, ain't nobody want to do that, man. Stop playing, Rob.
You know how I do. I can't help it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And look, while we got everybody on here, right? I don't know. Did y'all hear about the last thing that Balenciaga dropped?
No.
Why
we do talk fashion. I want to get your opinion on this, Taylor, too, because you in that younger crowd. You went to that Balenciaga.
I don't think she's Balenciaga type.
I'm not a like fashion person at all. I'm a complete tomboy.
Okay, that's good. That's good too. So what we do up here is we promote all the local designers and the small time people that's trying to make it and give them a platform and everything else. But this stuff just hit it came across my wire the other day that Balenciaga got a new bag.
What's that look like?
It is actually a trash bag.
That's what I told you it was trash.
And they charging these fools $1,800 for it. Like, really, man, y'all gonna think I'm joking.
Hey KB,
y'all gonna think I'm joking.
Common sense is not common, KB.
It's called the Balenciaga trash pouch.
Somebody's gonna buy it.
Right.
Cut it out.
Somebody's gonna buy it.
Go home. You just need to throw it away. What is that?
$1,800. This is what you get for $1,800.
That's a duffel bag. That's a heavy.
Hey KB, what's the sales though? What's the sales? What's the sales projections on that?
they come in multiple colors. Yo, when I saw this, I was like, yo, they got to be kidding me. And y'all know they're gonna sell out, right?
They are, you know.
1,800. Hold on, I got the writer. Huh?
It's a lot more sheep. They are. They need to take that, put the shoes in that, and put that shit in the dump.
Bro.
So all over the way.
When I seen that, and that's like the shoes. Wasn't it them that did the shoes like that when we was on here talking last time? Yeah, they had the shoes look like they just ran them on the side of the curb and scuffed them all up.
They were used. They had the holes and everything. Like they look like some shoes that you would wear that if you couldn't afford anymore, you would just keep wearing those. And they just sell them. So, and the funny part about it is the people who are selling these are not wearing these, so they are making a whole joke out of everybody. Why she look like she looked like Batwoman and Cat Lady and Bad Lady. She looked like
that last Batman movie. You right?
She looked like Bag Lady to me.
And she got her own bag on.
That's her carrying the bag.
What is happening?
That's her carrying the bag right there.
That's so crazy. Somebody gonna buy it always.
Man, you know they're gonna buy it just to say they got the $1,800 bag.
We got $1,800 trash bag, reusable trash bag.
Reusable trash bag.
That's a Glad trash bag.
I think we out here trying to design the wrong things, Chad. I'm trying.
No, I'm designing the right things. I want
that. Man, if they could put 1,800 on that,
we just need to get to those people. I'm not designing no trash bags. I'm not gonna do that to my shoes. I'm not gonna do that to my clothes. Like the clothes have y'all seen like all of their outfits and stuff? It looks like you know Matrix. Remember the very first Matrix when they got unplugged?
Right.
Like why are we looking like homeless couture? Like this is not it. It's not it.
I'm done.
So look, another fashion statement this week, right? Frank Ocean. Y'all know who Frank Ocean is, right?
Mm-hmm.
He is selling a $25,000 cock ring. Y'all heard me?
Yeah, go ahead, show it, KB.
Did you say? What did you say he was selling?
$25,000 cock ring. It says that the luxury jeweler label founded by musician turned entrepreneur Frank Ocean announced the drop of the triple XL H-bone ring. The high polished piece is handmade of 18 karat yellow gold and adorned with channeled. Hold on, let me see if it's kind of.
Are we talking about a dildo?
Princess cut diamond, and it retails for $25,000.
You said cock Prince? Is that what you said?
$70, and that is a cock ring.
What is he saying? Because maybe I'm not. Oh my God! A cock ring?
A cock ring.
What in the world is happening?
It's $25,000 18 karat gold with princess cut. That's what they got going on. So I'm telling you, we designing the wrong things, Jack. I'm trying to be. I'm out here in suits and tailored shirts. They selling anything for thousands of dollars.
That is cool.
Right?
That's not a lie. That's disturbing.
Let me see if I got somebody civilized.
In the trash bag in this bull crap, Lord.
Let me see if I got somebody civilized in here.
Oh my! Look at
what
him.
Is this? Oh my God! What in the world? You about to give me an overload?
Dude, this dude is dressed up and got tennis shoes on with it. Bless his heart. Bless his heart.
I think that's a woman. I mean, what's her story?
That's
She
a
got
woman.
amputee. Hold on, let me find her. I got her story.
And first of all, why
They should have redressed her.
this outfit on her with the amputee? It just makes her look like a robot.
Yeah, it looked like
lollipop kid.
She looked like the Tin Man.
Like King Arthur Tin Man.
The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz 10 man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this?
Not a nine. Tin Man. Look at her. Man, she got them butterfly collars on the side. Boy, she like she can take off.
This is trash.
As I guess this is the bad boy
Man, George in a long coat.
I guess the name of this
Shiny
segment
suit man.
should be things that need to be thrown away, like all in that duffel bag, in that Glade trash bag. All of the stuff that you show you can put in there.
Right, all they can go in that one bag, right?
The one bag.
Another thing that they said was going to be hot, but I seen this a lot though. And I don't think that this was too bad. This little home sweater right here, that half a sweater, just like just
That's
sleeve.
that's not new.
I know. They saying that's going to be really like the big thing this year.
Oh, it's gonna be the statement piece for the rest of this. What is it? Because we coming up to the end of the summer.
This fall.
Oh,
Give me the whole sweater though. Just
it looks like a half cardigan or like just a back cardigan. Like they couldn't mess up.
You wearing that, Taylor? Is that something that the ladies, the homies?
No, I'm not wearing that.
It looks just like
They're like a lot of sweat in the wrong place.
Keep your arm warm. That's that sure.
I guess so. But
anything else cold as I don't know what, the neck all the way down to the chest.
So how do you put that up in the store? How do you market that in the store?
Sweater thing.
How do you put that on the hanger? How do you put that on the hanger in the store?
You put it on the bony mannequin.
So, but somebody got to come in and pick that up though. How's that on the hanger?
It's on the mannequin.
It's gonna be folded on the face.
Yeah, folded. It's a mannequin.
Folded on a. It's gonna be folded up.
With the picture on the product, so you can see what exactly it's supposed to be. Because it's not gonna look like that. Like how she wearing it, it's gonna look like something that's wrong with your paint. Like it looks like they didn't finish your paint.
It looks like some stockings, some knitted stockings with a back on.
Right. So look, so Taylor, we want you to throw a bug in that air when you braiding and stuff. We want you to whisper some things in there. We got some big time things to whisper in that ear too. My man Jay, you heard him doing the sports and stuff earlier. And what you don't know, I'm a diehard. I only cheer for home team. I moved to Oklahoma 3 years ago for business purposes. So make the move. Trust yourself. Leap out on faith. Don't be scared. Get outside that zip code. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. And so we talk sports. That's what we do as a little break here. We've been talking sports for the last 3 weeks. And Jay came up. Jay said something. Well, something came up in conversation that Jay said dealing with Lamar, his contract, right? And him doing all his negotiations, his mom doing his negotiations and things like that. We got a financial advisor right here on the show that want to put a bug in his ear. Because we lost Hollywood, right? See, so you lost the client. We need to keep all your clients, right? We need to keep all your clients, and we need to get you, like I said, we need to get you an Orioles. We need to go down the street, see the Bullets, the Wizards,
right?
Nationals, and then they Philly lovers, so you can go 30 minutes, 45 minutes north, hit on Philly. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm with you. I want to get you all the business, and when you move to Miami, you're gonna have the name and the following already. Yeah. Miami gonna already want you to do it. They already doing some crazy stuff. They got the little Haitian movement down there with the hair. I forgot what they call that. What's that style that they be wearing down there with their hair?
Oh, you talking about the wigs?
That's what it's called. The wig
blocks, yeah, and they like stick out of your head and
all that stuff like that. You can do that. You know how to do that?
No, I don't
Now,
like.
if you're going to Miami, you know you're gonna have to learn how to do that.
I know, and that's. I thought about that. I was like, I do not like this style at all. But I mean, if I do move down there, I do have to know how to do it. Sorry.
Them boys look like they got a head full of blunts.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Hey, Rob, you know what it remind me of? The movie Don't Be a Menace in the Hood While Drinking Your Juice.
Yeah.
Remember Ashtray came in with his head, he had the condom hanging off his head and the boat red, and he had all the different things. Yeah, the way that's what it remind me of a little bit. But I know that's their style, I know that's their heritage, so I mean more power to them.
What is that? What's that culture? Haitian.
They from Haitian. Yeah, they Haitian. Right. Right. So I ain't gonna speak too bad on her because I don't want no voodoo. I don't want no roots. None of that.
All hell break loose.
Yeah, I don't
want to smoke.
I don't need no hexes. I don't need no hexes. But what was that input? What was that input, Jay? When we was talking about the Ravens and what Lamar should do and all that good stuff like that.
We just got on good terms.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, he was the MVP of the whole league, but he had no endorsements because his mother is his agent. And I'm not trying to discourage that or anything like that, but when you're the MVP of the National Football League, you're supposed to have all these checks written to you. He didn't get not one commercial, and it's because he doesn't have an agent and he doesn't have the right representation around him because the sport that he plays, just like he got hurt last year, he can walk out there on game one next year and get hurt and his career will be over. If you don't have yourself set up for the future and set up for your family, because you're supposed to be creating generational wealth. And if he looked at when Michael Vick was the MVP and he was the best player in the league, Michael Vick had video games and all these things going on, and he was the forefront of the NFL. When you're the NFL MVP, that's not a small feat. You're the best player in the whole NFL. And off that, he should have had all types of endorsement and commercials. You have a guy like Baker Mayfield who hasn't won anything. And every time he turns on the TV when the Cleveland Browns were playing, when he played for them, you would see, "This is my house," and all these commercials. Mm-hmm. So what he has to do is clean up his image and understand that it's a business. And if it's a business, you got to be able to sit at the table with anybody and conduct business. So I understand him wanting to be pro-black and understand what he's trying to do. But at the end of the day, it's about understanding your worth and understanding exactly what you got and understanding how to benefit of what you got. Because we live in a world of the NFL game that he played is not for long. That's what NFL really means. So I understand he's at the quarterback position. He got hurt last year, so he got to understand about his future. What happens after football? And I don't think he's thinking about that.
Tell him I said go sit down and talk to LeBron. That's what I
mean, I can't much play. I mean, think about the cat they got the two sons playing in the NBA, man. You know, so he ran that, and people was getting on their fathers, man. And I forgot his name. What's the light skinned cat? They got the two sons.
LeVar Ball.
He watched basketball since George, but too.
LeVar Ball. LeVar seemed like, well, we don't get to see Lamar's. We don't get to see Lamar's mom, right? So we don't get to see her in action.
She's never in a life like that.
Right. She's not in a life. Right. But LeVar Senior, he let you know that he was sad. He was outspoken. He was in the media. That was his thing to talk. He talked. I mean, his boys can play, for damn sure. But he damn sure talked his sons into the league. He made you look at him like, who is he talking about? Yeah, I mean, he made me search for him. He made me, and he did a good job. Like I commend LeVar. I commend LeBron on what he did and how he got his homies running his camp, and I commend LeVar for having his mother doing it right. But she need a pit bull than on her leash when she walking down the street with. Because we know as men, it's wolves out here. You understand what I'm saying? It's wolves out here. So, yeah, I mean, and I hope they got that in their camp. I hope they got that pit bull in their camp. Somebody that come take them meetings with her.
But see, the problem, KB,
I don't think she do, because as Jay pointed out to me, he ain't got no endorsement. He ain't nowhere. You only know him.
The whole logic is, to me, from an outside looking in, Lamar trying to prove something. He said he's going to get them a ring, and then once he get them that ring, that he feel like he can call the shots and get anything he wants. And that's how they trying to roll it. Now,
but Rob, the problem is, though, what if he don't get that ring, right? You know, at the end of the day, you can think what you want to think, but when you're the MVP, take advantage of the moment. Because if you don't take advantage of the moment, it's not guaranteed you're going to be MVP again. And at the end of the day, I love the fact that he want to put his mother in charge without. But what I want to say is, if you don't have the right people sitting at the table, what's going to happen when it's time to have those conversations and have those meetings, and his mother's not prepared for that? Because if you look at it, a lot of times, like I was saying before, NFL means not for long. And he got hurt last year. He was out for the last 4 or 5 games. That should have been an eye-opener for him to say, hey, I got to understand that I need to sit down and think about my future. Every other quarterback that was drafted when he was drafted got contracts except for him. None of those guys were MVPs, but all of them are signed. He's the only one that's not signed. And if you look at that, so he's playing on 1 year. If he gets hurt, no guarantees. So why would you put yourself in that situation when you're so critical to the Ravens? Because he's the one guy that makes everything goes. And for him to come in there and right at this point in time, we're in a preseason. If nothing gets done before the season starts, he's on a 1-year deal. And if he gets hurt the same way Dak got hurt, and with the Cowboys, he got hurt and he didn't have a contract. Luckily for him, the Jerry Jones came through and gave him a contract, because he'd have been the same situation as Lamar in, a dead man walking on his last year of football.
Let me just say this. I really didn't see from the outside looking in where the most really hurt. But what it did show, half the roster was hurt on injured reserve. They were still winning games, bro. They were still winning games. He took the last 4 games off, and what happened? Right? So it gives you perspective in the eyes of those that actually really watch the game with me. They're like, yo, they really need this cat. And as much they may not want to believe in, they do. They may
Absolutely.
not, they want to set the target for long periods of time, but that's not a game. And to me, when you take a person out of that natural element, you got to feel for it, man. I'm seeing cats try to grab him. He just like, I don't know, he got eyes in his helmet or whatever, bro. But I've never seen nobody move and maneuver in that type of way. He be running sideways, bro. Literally, like he can feel somebody on him. And once he just, and that's his mojo, man. That's how he moves. I think I think they got the right coaches around him. I think everybody's too hard on him. You know what I'm saying? They trying to compare him to other quarterbacks or whatever. And they never look at the stats with Tom Brady at the beginning of the year when he first started as a rookie. Tom Brady.
I agree 100%.
Well, I disagree, because I don't think they got the right coach in the room. And I want Lamar to get his money. Because I don't trust Harbaugh. I know we are where we are because of Lamar. Yeah, I mean, because of his dynamic. And just like you said, Rob, I look at it completely different. I look at it as we in every game. It ain't too many games that you can go back in history and show me where the Ravens get skull drugged. We in every game down to the last 3 minutes, last 4 minutes of the game.
Every game, KB. The Cincinnati game, y'all wasn't in that game since the Cincinnati game. So see how you can just point out one? You can just point out one, right? But basically, what I'm saying is, we in every game, no matter who hurt. And it's always been like that. It's always a fight, no matter who hurt. And we I'm not disagreeing with you, yo. I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100% because y'all had Ozzie Newsome in the round, making those great decisions with the draft picks and things of that nature. And because
players.
of that, because of Ozzie Newsome, y'all in great position.
We in every game. That talent is on the field. We had a talent on the field. Like, come on now. Like, he is the MVP, the most dynamic player out there on the field, man. We supposed to be dangerous on that offense.
I hate that Judon took his behind over there. I hate that. I didn't like the Judon left. Judon should have stayed. Brown, he should have stayed a little behind. Because Brown dropped a whole bunch of passes. But he seemed like they don't touch in some games. Some games, it seemed like he can't be on the foot. Now,
Lamar might walk too. Don't nobody want to even hear it. He might walk too.
I'm trying to tell you. Somewhere else to win the Super Bowl
I'm trying to tell you, because under this voice ass coach, this politically correct coach, that our coach don't fit our system. Our coach don't fit our culture. That's what I want to say. He don't fit our culture. He came here on something. I'm changing everything. This is how we win. We're talking about. It's what it is when you come here. It ain't no pretty city or none of that stuff like that. It's all grit. It's all grind. It's all, you understand what I'm saying? He taking pocket spaces.
We never do it like that. When Ed Reed is a great Lewis,
right. But look, we had dogs.
And them dudes are loyal too. They retired after Rick.
And now we got
go where the money is.
We had dogs, and now we got wild boys.
Puppies.
We got a few dogs sprinkled in, but we got wild boys. I'm that one. I'm one of them ones that will say he don't like that. He don't like them dogs in his house. You know what I mean? He got to get rid of them so he can be the dog. So he can be the top dog. So those that step up and say something, they got to go. Yeah. They gotta go. You can't, and that's just what man, we could talk about the Ravens all day. I just want Lamar to get paid. Go ahead, brother, get your contract, man.
I mean, KB,
I don't want him to leave. It's the most dynamic thing, but fuck around and be out of here.
Yeah, he the only quarterback. You know you went into the offseason with Kyler Murray, all these other quarterbacks, right? Mm-hmm. He's the only one that doesn't have a contract out of all the quarterbacks that went into the offseason needing contracts. He's the only one. The only one. And you know what? He's the only one that doesn't have an agent. Curious, right? He's the only one that doesn't have the agent. He's the only one that doesn't have a contract. His mom.
Well,
nah.
Can you imagine him in there? I pray y'all keep him until he get what he got coming to him. Because I think it's for him. I think it's something he got to prove now, and he ain't gonna feel comfortable getting that money unless he proves. That's how I look at it.
So look,
Rob, that's not. Flacco, but listen, Rob. Though, but listen, Rob.
Flacco bet on himself, right?
Josh Allen got a actual contract, no Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Kyler Murray got a contract, no Super Bowl. And neither one of those guys got MVPs at all. Justin Herbert would get a contract probably very soon. All these young quarterbacks getting contracts. Even Dak Prescott got a contract. He won one playoff game, no Super Bowl, no MVP. It's no excuse for the Ravens. It's no excuse for the Ravens. He's the only one out of the young quarterbacks that has an MVP. You know how major that is? An MVP of the whole National Football League? The best player in the NFL, period. And he has no contract.
It makes no sense. Super Bowl this year.
Man, I don't know. I feel the heat coming from him, man. They got that dude Bateman and that other new kid. I don't know, man. I think they're gonna pull it off.
Nah, I mean, Rob, listen.
Marquise rolled out like he did.
But see, the problem with Lamar is this: he's great in the regular season. When the game slows down in the postseason, he has to throw to the outside and the perimeters. He used to throwing to tight ends in the middle of the field. When they close the field down on him, he has to make those throws to the outside. So Bateman has to step up and be the number one guy. If he doesn't step up, it's going to be all Mark Andrews. And y'all suffered so many injuries last year with the running back position, the cornerback position. It's going to be a really tough season for y'all with Marquise Brown that took the top off the team.
But
who's going to take the top off?
But
wait a minute. What, KB?
Hold on. Because I disagree right there. Because I remember we broke every rushing record in the league.
But see, KB, every running back y'all had, got injured last year. So
No,
how y'all gonna lead that?
No, but hold on. Listen to what I'm saying, because where I'm going at with it. I remember when we broke every Russian title, whatever it was. We was the Russian, and we came to the playoff game and we ran the ball 4 fucking times. That didn't make comments. Fuck all that throwing anywhere. Y'all can't stop the run. Why hard not run the ball? That's bad coaching to me. We just broke every Russian, record as far as it was not broken, but he set records in Russian. We was the number 1 Russian offense and all that stuff like that. You come into the playoff game, we run the ball 4 times. That don't make common sense to me. So you know how we coach Jay, it's a dictatorship. I don't care if I put 11 people up on this line, you can leave them 3 out there on the island all you want. Because this is what we doing, and you got to stop this. And coaching, man, we just got bad coaching. We get out coached. They come there trying to be too slick, and it's like they come to every playoff game trying to be too slick. I'm coming to the playoff game, option right, option left. Y'all gonna have to stop this human joystick. Period.
Teams during the regular season to me and playoff. It's like the defense always know what they're gonna do before they can do it.
Right. We don't adjust. That's my problem with Harbaugh. We don't adjust. We don't adjust well.
It's not really on them. You got offensive coordinator, they ain't got defense coordinator. It's really on them guys. And to me, there's a lack of trust about Lamar and what he can do, and a lack of trust with the defense. When you're not trusting your boys, you ain't trying nothing new. You just do what y'all been doing. We gonna keep doing this right here. We'll keep doing the same thing. Trying to get different.
We don't adjust. We don't adjust well. It's like we come into the game. We come into the game with a game plan. If it works, it works. If it don't, it's gonna be a dog fight. We're gonna keep doing this. And hopefully, it be 4th and 9, and the play breakdown, and Lamar just run for 55-yard touchdown. Because that's how. I'm 100, and I'm a diehard fan, but I call it like I see it. And it's like we winning off of the dynamic of Lamar. It ain't like we coming out there out scheming and out just beating people up and down the field, run with plays and got everybody. Nah, it be a struggle, and then the play breakdown. And y'all ain't see Lamar just now.
He wouldn't have to run so much if we had an awesome line. We don't have an awesome line.
We don't have no line. We can point the finger or whatever, but with his dynamic, I want him to run the ball. I don't care. I want him to run the ball.
Shut his mouth up, Stephen A. Smith. I'm sick of him with that pushback hairline. I'm tired of all of them. Talking about my man. Can't stand.
You gotta put somebody in the box.
Play football, nor can he spell football. I'm sick of it. Hey man, I'm trying to tell you, that boy, man, it's called a football team. Can't put it on the one quarterback. Now Tom can sit in the pocket because Tom willing to take less pay and say, hey man, go get these dudes I need that can keep me, in the pocket so I can do what I want to do. But Lamar, as soon as the pocket crumble, man, he's out of there. And I don't. That's what make him unique. Lamar Jackson is not a pocket passer. Look at him.
I don't care. I don't need him to be I don't need him to. But look, check it though. I don't need him to be a pocket passer. I just need my coaching staff to coach his dynamic and game plan around his dynamic. He ain't gotta be. He ain't gotta be. Y'all need
to get a brother in there and teach Lamar. Y'all get rid of them other coordinators We need somebody that's on the same level.
We need like you said, we need a coordinator, and it don't even have to be a brother. It just got to be somebody that's smart. Like if you look at Flacco, right? If you look at what Flacco did, right? His best year was under Kubiak.
And if it wasn't for that defense we had, the ring and all that, man,
you can't take away you can't take away his you can't. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But you can't take away that playoff run, right? You can't take away his playoff run, right? But his years under Kubiak, that was a man, that was a coach scheming to the strengths and the weaknesses of his quarterback, putting his quarterback in the best position to be great. And look, he made the bum look great. I'm saying, like, wow, like this what a coach do? Yeah, I just want more from the coaching staff. I already see the dynamic on the field. So you telling me, and when you come to the playoff game and we only run 4 times, I got a problem with that. That's just like not giving Marshawn the ball at the goal line. That's how we play. We come to the game not giving Marshawn the ball at the goal line, and then we put it on him talking about, he ain't make this pass. That ain't how we've been beating people all year. We've been beating people all year, putting 300 rushing yards on the board per game. 255, 275. That's what we average. That's how we beat people.
But y'all gotta stay healthy, yo. You know, J.K. Dobbins, all y'all running backs went down last year, yo.
Every last one.
Every last one
of them. And the QB. I think they pulled the QB. I don't even think he was here. I think they just said it out. You know what, yo? We're gonna see. But it's the thing though. And like you said, Tom Brady take the pay cut. Lamar ain't even got paid yet, so we can't even say he ain't take no pay cut. And
I told you,
he ain't even get no money yet. He's still in the rookie contract.
Right.
So you lost Hollywood Brown, which was his good friend. I'm telling y'all Brown won't be there.
Bro, what was the reason? What you think reason why Hollywood left?
Because John Harbaugh sucked.
No. I think the reason why he left is because he wasn't getting the targets, yo. Right. Like you said, y'all rushed for 300 yards. How many targets you gonna get? 2 or 3 targets? And he dropped the ball anyway. He ain't got good hands. No. So he want to go back to Kyler Murray, who he played with at Oklahoma, where he was getting all those targets. And with Hopkins being suspended for the first 6 games, he don't get all the targets.
I'm gonna say this, right? Because if we was winning, right? If we was winning, we won a champion or run a championship, or if our offense was, I'm gonna say if our offense was explosive, if our offense was doing well, I don't think he'd have left. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
I got it. You looking at, man, one of the worst things I ever heard was when Derek Mason, when he played for us, and he said, and they interviewed him, and he said, sometimes I come to the game, I don't know what we're gonna do. And I'm sitting there like, what? What make, like, can you imagine? Literally, if you understand what this professional all-star is saying under this leadership, like, sometimes I come to the game, I don't know. I just run the play to score, right? And that's the same disorder. You understand that? That was under this helm. We go through the same thing, the coordinator, and all that stuff like that. We won the Super Bowl, and my input is we won the Super Bowl because the element of surprise. We fired the coordinator because we went on that 5-game losing streak coming into the playoffs. Boom, he got fired. The black man became the offensive coordinator, the one that went and got the job at the Colts or whatever his name was. I forgot his name, right? But, and like he tell you, I ran the same playbook. It's just that he called the plays different. He said, I used the same playbook.
Oh, y'all won the Super Bowl. Y'all won the Super Bowl because of that defense. It had nothing to do with offense, y'all.
The element of surprise. But that defense almost lost that game. If it was another second on that clock.
But KB, y'all didn't score an offensive touchdown to win the game. Stop it.
Hey, yeah.
It was a defense. It was a defense that year. And
special team.
and
football has changed. You could never do that again. Football has changed because more women are watching the game and they want it fast paced. They want scoring because women can't sit through a game where it's 3-0 or 6-3. Women buy the merchandise, men don't. So that's why they changed the game. Because women going to buy the merchandise and come to the games and spend the money. Mm-hmm. We're not going to do that. We're not buying the merchandise. We're not spending the money for those tickets. We're not going to do that. So that's why the game has changed. That's why it's turned into an offensive game. And that's why you see so many scoring. You see they can't touch the quarterback. They can't touch the receiver because it's changed. You will never get a team that's defensive minded like the Ravens was that year that's going to win the Super Bowl.
And knowing that the offense got about 30.
Say it again.
I ain't gonna say never, God. I think they should give it one more go. I think they should do it on purpose.
Cool. Hey, look, you ain't weak. That's why in today's game,
you had Nada, you had Drake play in the middle and Ed in the back, and Ed must have studied films for hours. He just seemed like he just like a magnet. He knew exactly. Man, he would get one dude, man, and it looked like he was going to the right. He was running. Then all of a sudden, you see him button the hook. Came right back, snatched that ball, and gone down south.
Now listen, now what you
Rob,
but you just
you're not the same.
You just
I don't think
but check this
that
out.
they can't have a defense like that. The preparation that Ray and Ed put in studying film for hours, they knew. Man, they knew what the dude was going to do it before
But they changed the rules, though, Rob. So that's why you're not going to get that again. They changed the rules. You can't touch anybody. You can't hit anybody, or you can get penalized. So that's why they changed the rules.
$2,000 a week. I'll play. Put on a helmet. I want to hit some people, man.
And you wouldn't have no paycheck, Rob. You wouldn't have no paycheck because they're going to fine you every penny that you make.
Yeah, I probably will be another Paris from Pittsburgh still. I take the fur off, man. I drop all this 240 on you. Drag you all up down the street, throw you in the bleachers.
we just be getting out coached, man. Right?
AKB, it's not so much out coach, yo.
Man,
it's about Lamar got to make changes when it comes to the playoffs. You can't go into the same way that you did the regular season because what happens in the playoffs is different. It's a different season. I'm not saying to change his mentality of running the ball and being dynamic, but you got to make certain throws when it comes to the playoffs because they're gonna force you to make those throws. They're gonna take away what you do great and make you do something you're uncomfortable with.
Right. So even with that, I still gotta attack it. They ain't like they stop it. They don't stop it. You go look at the playoff game, they're not stopping it. We stop ourselves trying to be slick. Literally. We stop ourselves trying to outthink them. You understand what I'm saying? And that ain't even our MO. We don't adjust, but we wait to get to the playoff game to try to throw a brand new game plan at you that you ain't never seen before. Man, we run the ball 30 times a game. How we only run it 4 times and we lose? I got a problem with that. Like that don't make sense. You know what I mean? And like it just be the culture for me, yo. You know what I mean? Like, I sit back and
y'all ran KB. Y'all ran the ball more than 4 times. Stop it, KB.
Go look it up.
Stop it, KB. Y'all ran the ball more than 4 times.
Go look that up.
Y'all ran the ball more than 4 times, KB. Stop it. That's an exaggeration.
Your thing muted. Your mic muted.
That's an exaggeration, KB.
I'm gonna agree with him a little bit. I'm gonna tell you why. Because that playoff game that we played Tennessee in, the first time we played Tennessee, they didn't run the ball as much, and it was almost like, are y'all trying to throw the game? I'm just being honest. I sat back and watched the game. And I was like, are they like throwing the game? They're not running the ball. They're not doing what they like. They're not put like you can do a run, but you don't have to do it. You can disguise it, make it look like something else, whatever. They ain't do none of that. And it was like it was. I don't know, man. It appeared to me that they were throwing the game. And sometimes I ain't even gonna lie, it seems like the NFL, my personal opinion, sometimes they write their own story.
I agree.
I think
you ain't got to deny that. I mean, when I think about the NFL, in a large point, the Seattle game against the Patriots, when they on a 1 yard, 2 yard line, and they ain't give to Marshawn Lynch, he tried to throw a quick slant. The Atlanta game when they was up 28-3 and they lose that game. You know, I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, so when they played them in the Super Bowl, I didn't even watch because I was like, they're gonna try to set it up so Tom Brady can get a championship. And if we really want to go all the way back, is when they played the Raiders and Charles Woodson hit Tom Brady and that was a fumble and they called it a tuck rule. If we really look at that and they called it a fumble, that changes the direction of two franchises. The Patriots go back to what they were, and the Raiders go to prominence because they would have won the Super Bowl. And then if you really look at it, people don't remember. Drew Bledsoe was the quarterback for the Patriots. They had paid him a big contract and a big salary. So it would be no Tom Brady if the referees didn't make that call. And what I realized in that game is I saw that Bob Kraft was the owner. Kraft Macaroni and Cheese and all these products that he owned, a billionaire. I said, okay, that's when I changed from a fan to an educated fan. And now I look at the game totally different.
Yeah. I think they write it the way they want it, man. I mean, when the Ravens played Tennessee, and then everybody trying to make like Derrick Henry was something, then they do the last game with Tennessee on the second playoff game, and he had 18 touches, man, with 40 yards. Brady put a halt to his bound. He ain't do nothing. Matter of fact, they had him on the sideline with tears in his eyes, blowing his nose. And I was like, are you freaking serious, bro? Man, how you go from running this over the first playoff, and now they game tackling and taking legs, which is basic. You know, that's I want it. That's what I thought playing pop to play. Tackle them high, grab and wrap. You know, that's technique football.
True.
But they running, trying to strip the ball and all. I'm like, sometimes I think they just be right, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And I think they do it through the coaches. I don't think they do it through the players. I think they do it through the coaches and say, well, these kind of players want you to call, and they calling them. And pushing it through the narrative the way they, because the players is going to do what he's told. That's what he get paid to do.
Yeah, because you know when Jacksonville was really good and Jalen Ramsey was on that team, he said, and they was beating him at halftime. He came out and said, they went into the locker room and they told them they're playing too hard, slow down. And he came out and told the country, he tweeted that. And that's when they traded him to the Rams. Because he said, the coaches told them, hey, y'all playing too hard, slow down. Because they was playing the Patriots in the playoff game. So you right, man. They write that script. It's in the NBA as well. If you think about it like this, LeBron James left Cleveland and went to Miami, and they got the number one pick 2 out of 3 years he was gone. If that's not written, and then he decides to come back, and when he comes back, when you look at basketball, no team has ever come back from a 3-1 deficit. But twice in that playoffs, Golden State came back from 3-1 against OKC, and Cleveland came back from 3-1 against Golden State. I said, come on. They promised him a championship when he came back to Cleveland. That's why he came back. Politics.
Yeah, sports ain't like it used to be, man.
No, you can't be a fan, man. You got to be an educated fan.
I ain't gonna lie, believe it or not, man. Back in the day, man, I used to love watching Pittsburgh Steelers, Lynn Swan and Tony, man, I used to love watching. I was a fan of a player. Earl Campbell, Tony Dorsett. So I was just a fan of certain players.
Right.
But until it got to everybody picking a team, you know what I mean? Everybody team fan. No, it's not the same anymore, bro.
It's not.
Not the same.
Yeah, because if you think about it, Rob, who would have ever thought the Cincinnati Bengals would have been in the Super Bowl last year? Where did that come from? Where did that come from?
All right, see, now come. That was crazy.
Exactly. So now y'all division.
To be honest. Now, I ain't going to be honest. I ain't see this Chargers winning.
Yeah.
Going all the way. I didn't see that.
Right.
It was like I got surprised. I was like, huh? What? They the best? Are you serious?
Yeah, but you know what it was is Tom Brady went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and his first year there, he won the Super Bowl, and then the next year,
That was the
Matthew Stafford went to the Rams, and they won the Super Bowl. It's kind of the narrative. So if that's the case, Russell Wilson should win it this year. If that's what they want to do.
But they might paint it that way because he did.
Right. And if he wins, man, we know we had this conversation. We had this conversation on August the 7th, and we'll come back and we'll laugh about it because we know the narrative and the script is written.
Yeah, I believe so.
Hey, Rob, you brought up and you said that you cheered for the Steelers, right?
Man, I want to cheer for the Steelers. I would cheer for the players. Man, I would love to play like that Swan, man. I'm trying to say.
But check this out, though.
15 feet there, catch that project.
But check this out, though. And look at who you're talking about. You talking about Lynn Swan, who was black. Franco Harris and all of them who was black.
Quarterback, man, I love them guys.
And look,
man,
I'm
man, but think about it. When you was playing, you would say I'm Earl Campbell. You say I'm Tony Dorsett. Or you say I'm Lynn Swan. You say I'm, he just that's how the player you like. That's
right. Now look, I'm saying that because it was when the Miami Dolphins last year when they fired the coach, the black guy.
Yeah.
The black guy said, man, they basically was telling me to tank game, basically.
And they got caught too, though. The NFL fined the Dolphins draft picks and money because they found they didn't say all of it was true, but they identified that they were trying to tank.
He put it out there. You ain't know that, bro? You ain't know that's what he put out there? Yeah, he snitched on his team and then they fired them, whatever. Yeah, I mean. And I think what happened was he called somewhere.
Brian Flores.
Yeah, Brian Flores. He called. It was the coach from New England. He called him or something on the phone, or he called him and congratulated him on the job. On his head coach job.
But he had never even got the interview.
He ain't even get the interview yet, right? But it was for somebody else. It
was somebody else named Brian, right?
Yeah. So this the thing though. So your homeboy snitched on Miami, and I was like, damn, he gonna get blackballed. He ain't gonna work another day in his life, right?
And that's what it was looking like.
The Steelers picked him up.
He was the coordinator.
As the coordinator for their squad, right? Which made
Shout out
me
to the Roonies. Shout out to the Roonies.
Shout out to the Roonies. Which made me look at and go deeper into the history of the Steelers. And man, that family only wanted to really fuck with it. I can say it like that. And they give us a chance.
Opportunity after opportunity.
Look at who you said that you like. You said Lynn Swan.
Opportunity.
Steelers, right? Franco Harris is go for that roster. They got the Rooney Rule. What's the Rooney Rule? You gotta interview a black man for the position. That's the
which is bogus.
Which is bogus. They spin it and they do it the way they will. But the Rooneys, who are the Steelers own this guy, that rule is put.
No, I was cool on that.
So I say that to say, because I told Jay this a couple weeks ago on the show. I told him, I said, yo, now, like, I don't even watch for my own personal reasons. I don't watch. I got on my Ravens the other day. I'm supporting the old girl from Baltimore. She do their hair and everything. And when I watch it, I'm only watching us. I ain't even watching nobody else. You know what I mean? But if we ain't winning, and I know it sounds crazy, I want to steal it.
No.
You ain't got to.
You're not doing that, bro.
But you ain't got to. But you used to cheer for Lynn Swan, though.
Man, I was a kid. I ain't know.
I ain't
Big Rob, what are you trying to say is the organization of Pittsburgh has given the black people such an opportunity. That's why you respect the Rooney Rule, the Roonies, because of that.
Right. They doing what LeBron James doing off the court. Like that's how I'm looking at it. Like, so how can I not like them? How can I not cheer for them? How can I not root for them?
He's not going. Hey, Big Rob. He's not going to say
Dallas.
He's not going to root for them against Baltimore. But
I'm not going to root for them against Baltimore. I want
anybody else.
You
get on board with that, Rob? Come on, Rob.
Look, I ain't rooting for them the whole year.
Man, I can't stand them.
I ain't rooting for them the whole year until we out of it. After we out of it, then I'd rather them win it.
Okay, and then I'll get it.
And after we out of it, I'd rather them win it. But until then, yeah, we beat them. Let's beat them.
And I'll go game 3, man. I go to PA, pick up some stuff. And man, I ain't know it was that many Brady fans up there. The whole people Brady fans in Pittsburgh.
People out here cheering for Dallas, right?
Correct.
And that owner said, I know ain't none of my boys going to give. They better not give.
I'm gonna do you one better, yo. I'm gonna do you one better. You know
really?
I'm gonna do you one better. Let me tell you something. When Quincy Carter was the quarterback, right? And they really don't have a black quarterback. In their newspaper, it said quarter black instead of quarterback.
For real. See, I wasn't down in Texas there, so I wouldn't even know that. We wouldn't even know that.
The newspaper said quarter black Quincy Carter, not quarterback. See what I'm saying? So I don't know how Dak Prescott or any of those guys can play for that organization when you put in your newspaper quarter black instead of quarterback.
But I was tripping off of Dex when he said what he said, and I was like, off of that, he said what he said. I was like, dang, Dak, that's how y'all stand, y'all. That's what y'all going in. That's how y'all going to
a company man. Zeke and none of them guys nail after Jerry Jones say ain't none of my guys nailing.
Yeah, they better not.
Yeah, he did say that.
Like he was talking. I know ain't none of them going. Like he talked that whole country hillbilly. I got the paper talk. Like,
but what if Dak and Zeke said and they nailed? What would he have did? Nothing.
He wouldn't have got that contract. Dak ain't doing because he knew he went up to her. He like, hey boy, you know your contract coming up, right? That's what he did. I mean, you know that's what he did. All right, do what you want, do what you like. I ain't want to tell you what to do. But I tell you this, though. I can see him saying it. I can see him sitting in there talking that cold talk. Yeah, man. Man, and look, that we should have talked about this when Taylor was on here. They gave Brittany 9.
I know. But this is what I want to say though, right? Why they arguing and saying all this stuff about Brittany Griner, right? There's people locked up in the United States for weed charges. Why they ain't something about that? So how is it that they want to make this big outcry because she did a crime when people locked up in the United States for having weed illegally and getting locked up for it? So it's the same thing. You did the crime, do the time.
Their laws is not our laws. And I reiterate this again. When I was in the military and we went overseas, they used to tell us that our briefings used to be like, go ahead and steal something. They cut your hand off. We can't do nothing about it. Like that's how my chief used to talk to us. Look, y'all over here, y'all fuck up if you want to. That's how he used to talk. We ain't got no jurisdiction. Steal something, they will cut your hand off. Do this, they go do this. Yeah, I mean, it was those extreme rules. So we knew that. We knew not to go over there and fuck around. And so then we had people that went over there still got in trouble. Right? We still had people that think shit wasn't sweet, think shit sweet, still got in trouble. Now, she over there and it's wartime. It's wartime. You know what I mean?
I just think they put it in the midst of something.
Huh? You say what?
I think they just put it in something that to do with between the United States and Germany. That's Russia.
Man, but even before then, you come through customs if you want to. Come through the United States customs.
With something you ain't supposed to have.
With something you ain't supposed to. And be a foreigner. And watch how they treat you.
Right.
Oh, for real.
Man, what? Come through there as a citizen with some shit you ain't supposed to have and watch how they treat you. See if you
I'm gonna
get
tell you
your
like I know. I've been to Jamaica 3 times, and every time I come back, they want to search my bag in Jamaica. So you know how they say they want to call somebody up and check your bag. I went 3 times, and they called my name 3 different times. So I'm like, hell. So you don't randomly select me every time. I don't have a name where you can randomly select that. So what y'all trying to target me? And I said it to him. But every time I went,
he looked just like a player. We gonna get him.
And then I'm great go in the 16th. If they check my bag again, man, I'm definitely gonna post it and say, listen, they targeting me. I'm gonna say it.
You might as well be going live as you're going through customs already. So we'll know.
Check his bag.
Oh, they got both.
Check his milk crevices. Check.
But and look, and check this out. This wasn't her first time.
That's what I said. She go over there every year because in the off season they go over there to make more money. So she knows the rules and regulations of that. So she should have been well aware of what was going on when she tried to come through customs with that weed. She should know. You do the crime, do the time. I'm tired of everybody crying and complaining. Are they doing that for all the people that's locked up in the United States for weed? No. No mention at all.
That's what he did. He went through a bag, brought that strap on, and said it was something there. And then looked up and saw the shot.
That's crazy. And she gonna learn a hell of a lesson. And the kicker is, I'm glad that I didn't want them to make trade for no arms deal. Like, that ain't make common sense either. Like, man,
right
out of here. You gonna have to take one for the team.
You know what the dude nickname was? The Doctor of Death, and they want to trade for him.
That's who they want. You want this basketball beat? Give us Dr. Death. Like, hell no. That ain't even equal. That's not even an equal trade. That ain't even a fair trade.
It's not. They doing fantasy football trades.
Right. That ain't even a fair trade. So, I mean, I ain't gonna say condolences. Our hearts go out to the family. Right? But if I came through customs, if they gave me 9 years, she would not be thinking about my black ass right now.
and the president wouldn't be saying anything.
And his ass probably sleep. Is he up there?
Notice he don't see him much, man.
Y'all did that. Y'all voted that man with Alzheimer's. Y'all voted that man with Alzheimer's in that office.
Man, he ain't been said nothing. It's a way different vibe now, bro. When you look at Trump was on Twitter every day saying, this dude ain't saying nothing.
He can't. He probably sleep.
Wake him up, get him in the prune juice. Hey, man, drink the prune juice.
They wake him up to be on camera. They wake him up to be on camera. Hey, look, we got to make you visible. Yeah, did you see? I got it on here. Did you see when he fell off the bike?
Nah.
Yeah, I think I seen
man. Look in the videos.
I seen
he was coming across the finish line. He fell off the bike. You know, people like, hey, oh. Like, oh, ooh. He fell off the bike. Fell off the 10 speed. He was struggling coming down the hill anyway. It wasn't even no hill.
That motherfucker, boy. He quiet church, my bro. It seemed like Trump was off. He raised all kinds of things. And then the people that were following him just went along with everything he was saying to him. This president, man, the stuff he going on, he just hear from him every 3 months. It's something like that.
Where is Kamala? Shut her. Where is she at?
Who? She. You haven't heard her say anything. Nothing.
What y'all? Terrence? The vice president?
Yeah, the vice president.
I ain't heard about from either, man. It's like both of them on vacation.
In the middle of the monkey, and they on vacation in the middle of monkeypox, huh? That's what you telling me? Now y'all know if that was 45 in there, they'd have been on his ass about not saying nothing about no monkeypox, no cure, or nothing that's going on. Like all this going on, gas high, chicken about to be $25 a pound. All this going on right now under this helm, under this regime. Like the country is in chaos.
Inflation, gas prices,
all of that. Everything is going on.
Somebody,
don't nobody want to say nothing. This is who they chose.
They allow somebody to cut off the gas lines, and they had to pay them millions of dollars. All this nonsense going on, man, under his watch.
But you know, they supposed to came up with this money for that COVID fund and some stuff. They picked out another couple $1 billion for that. They find money, man.
We print money.
They print money, man.
I'm tired of this bull crap, man.
Yeah.
Oriental their money when they was getting their behind kicked every weekend. They gave us nothing yet. I want my money. Just break me off.
Yo, isn't it amazing how they passed the Asian hate crime, right? They had 2 incidents that happened, and that passed through the government. Everybody voted except for one person. That passed one person not voting for it. We've been getting destroyed and been done wrong. We had a black president, no black laws passed, and a little bit of Asian hate, and they get a law passed so quickly. It's amazing, man.
We get on all day, 8 day.
Right.
And you can't say nothing, no words, but I can say nigga, and it ain't gonna get banned from here. But I can't say nothing dealing with the L community. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? And it man.
I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people just staying together. Stop going to these damn nail salons. Stop going to get your feet did. Stop going to get your eyebrows waxed. Stop going to getting your hair. Man, we shut it down. It takes right back over. What do you know?
We got stuck by stop supporting the entertainment. That's where all our money goes.
So the problem is, man, they said in order for us to make changes, we gotta own the networks, we gotta own the judges, the police office, and the lawyers. If we own all those things, and we have a voice in those things, that's when we can make change. Until we have that kind of control, we'll never own anything, or we'll never change anything. Because you got to think, the television is teaching our kids, and they're watching all this stuff. They put the homosexuality, they put all this stuff on TV, right? Continuously. Then the new trick they're doing is they'll put a black man with a white woman on all the commercials, or a black woman with a white man. So they're trying to push interracial relationships to stop the black race from reproducing. That's what they're trying to do, because the white race is dying down. So they're trying to infiltrate the black race.
Look, we said that that the United States print money. Right? Money, it ain't even about the money or anything like that. Because this country will go take whatever the hell it want to take from whoever we need. Like it ain't even like so them raising the oil prices and all that stuff like that, and the food prices and all that stuff like that. That's for control to me. I see that's their way of controlling the population, not just population, but controlling the pawns and the people here in the country of controlling this for real. Because look, they gave us. Because I thought that some PPP loans and all that stuff like that, all the money that they kicked out for COVID, that they act like they did for the out the gracious of their heart right now. We paying that shit back right now. We don't even know it. That's why the gas and the food.
Inflation. Yeah.
That's why inflation high. Yeah, I mean, it ain't because how we'll have chicken wings, but we got chicken legs.
China, making all the damn chicken boxes. Hey man.
So, like, okay, wait a minute. People buy that just that much more wings. That's what you're telling me, right? And you can see, okay, now the gas is super skyrocket high. Yes, well, okay, they've been telling this for years anyway. They want us to get hybrid and electric cars. They've been saying we were messing up the ozone layer. How long they been saying we were messing up the ozone layer? About 20 years now. So now this is the push to get a electric vehicle, which everybody should do now anyway. Yeah, I mean, if I have the capability, I'm not going to buy another gas vehicle. It'll be at least a hybrid.
Yeah,
because that would only be smart.
Push the narrative the way they want you to go. And
they know where they want to go. They got a plan. They got a plan for the next 50 to 100 years and where they want this world to be. We just not privy to the plan. We just don't know what the plan is. All we know is we ain't included. Again.
Tell you what, I think what I'm doing, I ain't gonna lie to you, dude. Every time I get a seed out of any type of watermelon seed, anything, man, I take it dehydrated, lay it on the napkin. I just hold on to it. Every season, strawberries, you name it. I'm holding on to the season. I'm starting playing.
Well, we should have been, and it's crazy because, you know, I started doing that before we left because, you know, right in the midst of COVID, I caught myself trying to get a green thumb. You know what I mean? And I started planting like onions and spinach and potatoes. There was all types of stuff I started planting. The squirrels got to the shit. Before I left, I had a couple things sprouting, you know what I mean, as far as stems come up and stuff like that. But once I moved out here, I was like, I wasn't traveling with that shit.
Yeah.
So it was like, damn. But now that I'm out here, right, where the land is cheaper and all that stuff like that, oh yeah, I definitely going to get some acres. I'm definitely going to have some type of green thumb. Yeah, I'm going to start growing and have my own stuff. Especially the stuff that we eat.
And the whole thing, I eat lemon. I got lemon seeds. I got lime seeds. I got all kinds of seeds. I take them seeds, orange seeds, put them on the paper towel, and drop it up. Then I wrap them up, put a little name on it so I know they are. Take them seeds, I'm gonna plant them. Don't give me no food. I got the rank seeds, you name it, I got it.
You might as well start planting them now because your new fruit and everything else will produce
the top side. And my man in ATL growing up there, me a mango tree in the backyard.
Shit, but listen though, but what you plant here is going to produce. It's going to harvest, and from your harvest, you'll get fresh seed.
For sure. But I can't grow it in the park and just put it in the bed or something.
You gotta get them inverted in them flower pots. And stuff like that, yeah, I mean that's what we gotta have. But damn, we've been on here for damn near 2 hours. That's why I knew I had to stop that because I was about to talk sports. Wait a minute, I gotta cut this shit.
It's been a pleasure.
They done been
hear my number, let's cross numbers over, fellas, and let's stay put.
Well, what you looking at for the 15th, Rob? You think you'll be able to make it out here in October?
No, man, because I'm trying to be honest, man. I don't want to say it on air, but I'm trying to hook your mom. I'm trying to hook you.
Right.
Making my everything. Yeah.
So bring it to the prom. Bring it to the prom. Huh?
Man, I had a whole lot of between she's like one of the, when you wouldn't want to give you peace and not dress.
No, I said bring it to the prom.
The way, bro. I've been around. I've dated. I've been out there, bro. This one here, different. And she's consistent, and she ain't doing a manipulate full crap. You know, thinks about it, very considerate, very respectful. Sometimes she don't agree with everything, but even when she don't agree, man, she ain't cuss me out, call me out, name and number. She been I known her for over 16 years.
He telling us he in love, y'all.
Yeah, man, 16 years friendship. So
Yeah, give me
bring her
some
to the prom.
yeah, give me some input on that Dubai thing because I'm thinking about going next year. So give me some input on that when she comes back.
Bro, she was. They had on the sand dune, man. When they, man, she said she shake the sand all out of hair, everything out of pocketbook. Sand was blowing all over the place. She went to the tallest building. They got a real tall building up there. Man, she said it's so way ahead of the USA. It's unreal. She feel like she's in like the George Jetson era when you go over to the bottom.
Yeah, they said they got 7-star restaurants, 7-star hotels, and 7-star. All we used to was 5-star. 7-star. I can't wait.
She's over there. She's been like, now I ain't gonna lie, I ain't talking to her much today because they was moving all day long. They went from one building to the aquarium, to the mall, to the so when I talked to her, well, I said, "Boy, you got this, but she up in the back." Yeah, she over there. She had a pretty good time. It seems like people go on vacation to get tired. I don't understand that.
Yeah, you need a vacation from your vacation.
For sure, man. She over there. Yes, I'm talking to her. She was looking at her. You know, they 8 hours ahead. So, I think I'm still like.
So that's what's up. Look, I'm just telling you, bring her to the prom. You can court her and you can woo her. Go ahead and bring her to the prom, man. It'll be a date.
I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm home with a friend, so I'll make some moves real soon. I might be moving around that time, but I told her I'm going to be in the by Thanksgiving. That's when I'm trying to move up there.
Yeah, the first year I was in the ATL, man, on Thanksgiving, it was 75 degrees.
Yeah, I'm trying to be up there at Thanksgiving.
Well, we did Christmas by the pool. We did Christmas poolside here last year.
Say it again, Rob.
Do we get cold at night?
It get cold, but not too cold. When it get cold, like say, I remember one time it was like 55 degrees and everybody was all bundled up, and I'm like, yo, it ain't even cold.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But the difference is down here, Rob, like it'll start off at 30, but it'll get up to 60 by 12 o'clock. So you're not gonna be out in no cold weather for so long. And then it don't get cold till it get cold for like 2 or 3 months, if that. And then after that, it's totally different, man. Totally different.
So that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey James, tell people what you got going on this week. Your show coming up live.
Sure. So basically, I have my own podcast called Journey with Jay. A lot of information for Black men, Black youth. I'm trying to give back and understand and show people, just give them insight into my experiences and how to live life. Book will be coming out this year sometime. I'm working with my publicist, so hopefully it comes out this year. It's going to be learn a game, and learn how to play the game. That's going to be the title of the book. Also, I do a podcast, sports podcast on audio right now, soon to be on YouTube. Chime into sports with my co-host BK Boyd. So that's what I got going on. Hopefully soon to come, me and my wife are going to do a podcast for Black Love, and that's going to come very soon. Hopefully everybody can chime in. The Journey with Jay channel is going to be up and running. I already have one feature that I've done. I'm going to do 2 or 3 more features this week. Look out for that and just tap into me because a lot of good things are coming. And I just want to say appreciate you, KB, for bringing me on the show. It's only a 10-minute sportscast, but I got a lot of things coming on. I'll be at the prom as well.
Yep. See, we trying to get everybody over there. So, Rob, go ahead and tell people what you got going on. Tell them, you know you about to try to get married. You know what I mean? And all that good shit like that. So,
well, I'm trying to get out something off the ground. I'm working on getting some equipment right now to this station. I'm working on it. I've been posting little videos I've been doing. And I've been posting them on Instagram with Rob Bug Jones on IG and Rob Zoom on Facebook. Going my pages and searching some of those videos especially when it's a with music. I've done it myself. Trying to get back to swing shooting again.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We're gonna need the cameraman skills on the red carpet October 15th. Trying to tell you, we're gonna need the camera on the red carpet for October 15th. I don't want to have to hire nobody out here to do it. I want my whole team to do it. We're gonna need to tell your new boo that we're gonna go to the Midwest on the 15th and come out here and fuck with us. You know what I mean? We're gonna be out here and we're gonna be all right.
For sure.
You know what I mean? But that's what's up. That's what's up. It was a pleasure. It was good talking to y'all, talking to you guys and chopping it up with you. Jay, you going live tonight on y'all show? Y'all going? What time y'all doing? About 2 hours. Your mic on mute. Unmute your mic.
So I haven't heard. So I don't think tonight, but what we're trying to get together is this YouTube channel so that way we can be live every Sunday, 8 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific time. So we're going to be doing. We're going to have T-shirts. We're going to have hats. We're going to have gear and things of that nature. So we're trying to get all that situated. We also going to start a new sports network called Raw Sports Network. So what we're trying to do is bring the realness back to sports, not be like ESPN and all these other stations where we're choreographed or what we can say. We're trying to bring Raw Sports back and just have information, interview people, and tell their story, and then bring sports the way it's supposed to be run back into the community, and that's what we're trying to do. So we have all these things in the background working on. They should be coming up pretty soon, and we're just trying to get sponsorships and all the stuff that we're trying to create and get on the YouTube so everybody can see and hear Raw Sports Network.
Yeah, so pick up the Raw Sports Network. I guess I will chop it up with you guys again next week.
Absolutely.
Next week we'll be in here, and of course we'll have another good show. Good show today. Good informative kick group of young Taylor. But yeah, I'm gonna drop you guys back, and I'll chop it up with you guys next week, and I'm gonna close out here as we listen to who that's playing in the background. That's A-Train to God.
Yeah, Rob, make sure you get me connected though. KB, make sure you get me connected with Rob for sure.
Rob, send Jay your number in the private chat back there.
For sure.
In that private chat back there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop y'all down so y'all can go ahead and do that and handle that, and I'll talk to you guys throughout the course of the week. Yep. So we got what's that? A-Train to God, Oklahoma City. We playing in the background right now. Good show. Thank y'all for joining us and being here with us. Like, subscribe to the channel. We're growing. Every week we giving you a different vibe, something new. Got a lot of big ideas. If you're in the Oklahoma City, you're in the Oklahoma region, October the 15th, join us for the adult prom. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at TVZ on the Yard. I don't have nothing slick to say yet. At the end of the program, I'll tell y'all that each week. I ain't figured out what I'm gonna say yet. Stay blessed. We can ride out to little A-Train, little 25 and up. I like this song. You guys got a nice full sound out here, and they just go big. So I'm helping them on the platform, pushing it, playing it as much as I can. We're gonna vibe out to that. I'll see you guys next week. We're gonna pop up here on Wednesday. On Wednesday we'll do our news. There's a lot of stuff to talk about going on with the news. And that's what we're gonna do. So until next week. Stay fresh, stay fly. Brothers with. I holla. See y'all next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
That ain't my baby. You thought I was slipping, but this pimpin', that ain't my baby. When we slid in them covers, I threw on that rubber, that ain't my baby. No, pull out and we're too strong. What do you take me for? You think I'm crazy, but that ain't my 2 shots for Julia, I had to know ya. I'm glad I didn't waste no time. Had to figure out what you like. Be much like you taking me home tonight. And you showing out in that under outfit, looking all bad, looking real thick. Got you twirling those curls, really want it. Come and let me give it to you. Bitch, you good on the phone night, but I'm too focused. I'm the side nigga and I know it. Now you texting me, you're pretty gonna be joking. If it's my baby, I'll take care of that. Women run the game and I'm aware of that. I know I put you good on that night, but you ain't finna fuck up my life. That ain't my baby. You thought I was slipping, but this pimpin', that ain't my baby. When we slid in them covers, I threw on that rubber, that ain't my baby. Nah, pull out and we're too strong. What do you take me for? You think I'm crazy, but that ain't my baby. It was just some late night sex, tryna be a lifetime stress. I was strapped with the latex, I think I need a DNA test. You were just some late night sex, tryna be a lifetime stress. Strapped up with the latex, I just got my DNA test. Girl, that ain't my baby. You thought I was slipping, but this pimpin', that ain't my baby. When we slid in them covers, I threw on that rubber, that ain't my baby. No, pull out and we're too strong. What do you take me for? You think I'm crazy, but that ain't my baby.